Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another afternoon live stream as we are still on the WWE European Tour. That means an early afternoon live stream with everyone out there today. Hope you are happy. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you are ready to go. Hit all the buttons, get in that chat, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you Raw today. Lots going on. We're coming live from Paris in beautiful France. Well, depends. But that being said, we got lots of wrestling coming your way. Busy week ahead. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. And as I mentioned, I hope you had a wonderful weekend out there. And we are back at it again. Again, all your favorite wrestling here at the Wrestling for Life Network. We're back at it with NXT tomorrow, Dynamite, Blockbuster on Wednesday, Impact Thursday, SmackDown Friday. Another day show, I believe. But lots to talk about, lots to get into in the wrestling world. Blow up that chat. I hope your Monday is going well. It's not so much a grr Monday, but a yay Monday. I hope you are feeling good. Looking forward to this one. We are about 11-ish minutes away from the start of the show. I see that chat filling up. I will say hello to the chat, but if you don't know who I am, I'm Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, back at it again, and happy to be doing so. Again, another day of wrestling. What is going on in the WWE world? The king and the queen of the ring will continue, so we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to what? Let me know out there. What do you have your eyes set on today? Will we get more about Jacob and Roman? Will the bloodline story continue? Will someone else step up to mess with the bloodline? How does LA Knight play into it all? We will find out for sure. But with that being said, Sol Ruca is going to take on Lyra. I think this should be a really good match. I hope it goes well. I hope it's clean. We know a lot of talk about Sol and having some hiccups when she first came to the main roster, but she's got the belt. She is the IC champion. How will this match go? We know Bird Lady, Lyra, respectfully Bird Lady, will have, her work cut out for her, but she can go. She can go in that ring. So what does this match look like? What does it lead to? Lots of questions as we head into a busy summer. This one I'm looking forward to. Penta's going to take on Ray Ray. How does this look? The GM of AAA going to take on Penta today. So we will see how that looks. And again, the Fatal 4-Ways. This one's kind of stacked up as far as Ricky, Javon, Seth. I think Seth, obviously the favorite. Tala Tonga. Could Seth get, kind of pushed out of this by someone else? Can the Vision play an impact in this? Could someone like a Ricky or a Javon sneak in? Or even Tala Tonga? How could that happen? I don't know. What do you guys think? We will check. We will see how this one looks. We also have this one, again, another one kind of stacked up. Alexa, Becky, Rax, Raquel, and Liv. Not Raquel, sorry, but Chelsea and Liv. Again, 4 big names in a perfect world for me. Chelsea finds a way to steal this, but I have my doubts. Alexa's kind of separating a little from Charlotte, so we'll see how this looks. Becky just lost the IC title, and of course, Liv being your world champion. So on her birthday, also known as 316 Day, if you get it, you get it. But on her birthday, Liv Morgan's going to go after the title, folks. So let me know. Are you looking forward to this one? Who's going to take it? As always, we take a prediction for every single match, and we take a rating out of 10 at the end of the day, night, wherever we are. But yes, lots going on here in the wrestling world. And how is everyone out there doing today? As I mentioned, I see the chat filling up. I will get over to you in a second. I feel I should mention top 3 from Friday's show. We were doing another Italy show. So let's, we got Spaz, MDB, Ronan, top 3 from Friday. Congrats to them. That's your XP points. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you bonus. So make sure you get your bonus. Let's give Spaz, MDB, and Ronan a run for their money. But chat, Let us know what you're talking about. Let us know what you're thinking about. Let us know what is on your wrestling mind and get on the top of the charts. All right, let's say hi to some people. Let's do that. As I got about 8 minutes left, I don't know if you guys are watching live. I will warn everybody, if you're listening to my voice right now, the show will be spoiled if you are waiting till tonight to watch Raw. Raw goes live at 2 p.m. because they are in France. We are going to give you live coverage, so you are going to get spoiled. If you want to watch us later with the replay, you can sync us up, dial us in, and still get our awesome reactions to the show later tonight. But all our streams are down below if you don't want to put something in your ear to give you a little bit of a chuckle and enjoy some wrestling talk. That's the place to do it. So do remember that. I will spoil some of the show here, but not spoiling the show. Zach letting us know it's National Best Friends Day, KJ and Big Nick. Well, shout out to my best buddy, Big Nick, and my other best buddy, Anthony. I hope they are doing well on a Monday, and unfortunately, couldn't be here today, forcing you to put up with me for the next 2 hours and change. But National Best Friend Day. So reach out to your friends, let them know you love them. And yeah, not a bad one. We could use more friendships and happiness. So let's go with that. Kevin, welcome back. Good to see you. Jason, in 2004, Velvet Revolver released the album Contraband. Absolutely love this album. I played the hell out of it, but sorry I will miss the show today. Sorry, you can always watch us later, but thank you for popping in, Mr. Jason. Maddie, how you doing? How you doing? Raw is on at 1 a.m. Will I be awake? So even when we move the shows earlier, it doesn't, you're getting at 1 a.m. So I'm not sure how you're feeling right now, Maddie, if you're still out there, but thank you for popping in from down under. Good to see ya. What is up, Clay Lewis? Feeling good, feeling good. It's a Monday. We are rolling. The sun is shining. I'm happy to be here to talk some wrestling. And again, I'm sure Big Nick would love to be here as well. But he will be back tomorrow night, and we're looking forward to that one. Let's go, Clay. Cherokee's back with us. Afternoon all. History date. Porsche 356 rolled out in 1950. Still the 356 clubs today. Also in 1966, AFL, NFL United. And not official until 1970. Facts for the Super Bowl. Let's go. Thank you, Cherokee. George, welcome back. Welcome back, sir. Eric Isaac's in the house. Always a pleasure to see both Liv Morgan, Kanye West, and Liv Morgan celebrating a birthday today. I'd imagine what it would look like if they threw their party together. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe, looking forward to all kinds of stuff. So welcome back, Damien. Good to see you on a Monday. Ken, welcome, welcome, welcome. Have to take the missus for a doctor appointment. Hopefully I can make it. If not, I'll get you a replay. Well, we appreciate that. T's and P's, best wishes to the missus. Hope all is well on that end. But yeah, I mean, if you got to sneak an earphone into the doctor, should be good to go. Let's go. Safit. And if you get in trouble, just blame me. Safit, welcome back. There you go. Some love for Liv. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan is more likely for SummerSlam. Makes sense as far as the overall names, the quality of the match you're going to get. Yeah, you're not necessarily wrong, but it is a bit of quite a bit of ways still, right? The end of August. So we got some time to kill. We got to do some important things. Money in the Bank's going to be in October, New Orleans. So we've talked about that in the past. So yeah, I mean, can they stretch some of this out? Are there stops along the way? How does Night of Champions play into it? How do things like Saturday Night Main Event play into it? And again, we got all of July, all of August, a chunk of June. So yeah, lots to play out, Mr. Damien. We'll see. Happy 42nd anniversary to both the Ghostbusters and the Gremlins. This makes me feel so goddamn old. It's crazy. I'm the same age, give or take, as the Ghostbusters and the Gremlins, and I don't feel it. But Ghostbusters and Gremlins, two classics. Gremlins 2 is better, though, right? Am I right? Gremlins 2 is better than Gremlins 1? Got 22 minutes. I'll watch another episode of Time Force. What's Time Force? What's up, Guardian? Let's go. Time Force feels like someone named Guardian would watch. Because I'm down to about 4 minutes before Raw starts. Again, spoiler alert, do not let me spoil your Raw. If you can't watch, if you want to get spoiled, that's okay. I'll tell you all that's going on. I promise. I've been going through every series of MMPR, and after doing the Japanese version, Super Sentai, kind of reliving my childhood. Sweet deal, Guardian. I like it. Nothing wrong. The little nostalgia. Happy birthday. Got that one. Osama's back with us. Charlie, what is up? Let's go. No sleeve life. That's the vibe today. It's hot. It's warm. I don't like being warm. So the hotter it gets, the less clothes I have, which let's hope it stops here for everyone's sake. Let's be real. Sean Reed, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome back, sir. Jake, the OTC, always a pleasure. This is the 40th anniversary of Car Wash, 1976, and the most popular disco song of the 70s. All right. That's before my time. I feel better on that one. Let's go. We're going to have a good one. Brunch with the boys, if you will, a Monday afternoon special. We will be in the O2 Arena later in June as well. We got Night of Champions. There will be a day show coming up. So make sure you click that little bell. And we're working on some things that might surprise you. So click the bell so you don't miss our content. Happy to be on Raw this afternoon. Alabama just won and making it to the College World Series. There you go. Shout out to Alabama for that. And Roll Tide, welcome back. Good to see ya. Osama, we got you. Let's go. On Friday in Italy, La Prima, Stephanie Vacour will show up and costing live. It could be very much the case, sir. You might be on to something here. Cooper, welcome back. Boston, welcome back. OG, Dale, Jordan, good to see ya. Let's go. Nyler, let's go. Spoil the Raw, spare the child. Facts, let's go. It's happening. Jordan, Seth Rollins will win tonight, and Rey Mysterio will win WWE IC Championship belt, and Oba will destroy someone tonight. I don't know that Rey's going to beat Penta. I don't know why he won't beat him yet. But I could be wrong. Ray could win, but they just gave Ray that AAA GM job. I don't know how that would play into it, but I'd leave it on Penta if I had a vote. Jimenez, let's go. Shout out to Poland. You like these early shows. We're getting a lot of you to this last couple weeks, but let's go. Marks the 32nd birthday of the current women's. Yeah, Liv Morgan. Shout out to Liv, 32 and looking good. This is the time Raw for the entire world, so you don't have to worry about spoilers, KJ. It's not airing. Oh, that's right. I always get that confused with the States where Friday you got to wait till 8, Mondays you get it all day long. So thank you for that, Boston. I do, like I said, I always kind of mix that up. But yeah, everybody gets it now. So if I spoiled you, tough shit. Evening, just pop in. Let's go. AD and AZ, welcome back. Good to see you as always. Good to see you too. Yeah, always, Jordan. Thank you. As we are approximately 30 seconds away from the start of Raw, I will let you know where I am in the show. And if you want to try and dial in with me, you can do that. We can try and sync up. Official. My brother from a dysfunctional mother. What's happening? Let's go. What's up, Official? Good to see you. Welcome back. Are you ready? Are you ready for some Raw? What kicks off the show today? I don't believe that has been put out there or announced yet, but we will find out momentarily how this one looks. Again, we're in Paris. How's it going to go? Will the crowd be loud? France is known to get kind of loud. I mean, is it France's fault and we now kind of measure the crowd volume? I think they kind of started that, didn't they? But our live event is about to start. Dale, the episode will be available as it always is, as it always airs live, but it airs live for the entire world right now. Yeah, it's globally available on Netflix right now. Right now, folks. Now, if you're stuck at work, you got a problem. But that's where I come in. Ba, 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 ba. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Obafemi will kick off the show. All right. So I get the Netflix logo followed by then. Again, if you want to dial in at home, if you want to sync up with me and not get ahead or behind, now is on my screen. So we are rolling. We're about to go. We're about to go live for this one, folks. Let's go. World Cup coming soon. Go Canada, go. And we are all together. It's a Monday. A handful of people hanging out. Good to see you. Take our link, share it with your friends. Let them know we're live. Maybe some of your friends don't know that the show is live. Let them know. Go drop this link in Discords, on Facebook. Send it everywhere. Spread it. I don't care. Put it in other people's chats. I don't give a shit. Just spread the word. Gabriel, how you doing? How you doing? Travis, welcome, welcome. So they're showing the crowd outside. Now I got a sky view inside the building. I saw ESPN News. I saw that robot MMA is a sport. Oh, good Lord, Roll Tide. Here we go. Is it really a sport if human involvement is not like does does that make battle bots a sport? Are we going to start this? But here comes Penta walking in, looking good. Raw time, folks. OG Dale, we're on it. Let's go. Michael Cole just accidentally called Rey Mysterio a lucha leech. That's new and exciting. Soruka getting a nice cheer as she's on the screen. It's showtime. I'm not doing the sports. Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. We're not doing this. I'm so confused. I mean, nowadays definitions seem very broad. Alexa Bliss going for a stroll with a little cup of coffee. Javon Evans. We're showing all the walk-ins. You saw Collision? Yes, I did see Collision. You guys try. Ken, so direct. It hurts. It hurts. Toronto has had a history of running people off. And you kind of get in this narrative and you get stuck in this kind of whirlwind. I have two brothers that damn near like stopped talking over Mitch Marner. It's hilarious. My one brother hates him. My other brother loves him. He is putting on a clinic, the fastest natural hat trick in NHL Stanley Cup history. The kid's a good player. He was never not a good player. He was a victim of the fact of the team didn't get results, and he was the only one that they could move or walk away from. So Mitch is doing his thing. It stings. If you're a Leaf fan, it stings. If you guys didn't see the Leaf game on Saturday night, what a game. The Leaf game, Vegas game. It's June. The Leafs don't play in June. As we are going back to the replay, but yeah, hell of a game. Blow a 4-0 lead, still win in overtime. And again, Mitch Marner puts up a hat trick in a spectacular fashion. C Theory talking to Maxine. Yes. Thank you, Dale. Reader, just saw email. I'm in. I'll email back soon. Let's go. Let's go. Things are bubbling. I like it. I like it. Stay tuned. We're working on some shit. You saw a movie Showtime. Did I see the movie Showtime? I don't think so. Wrestling Palooza in September. Let's go. So yeah, we're still getting all the highlights as Dom gets the W last week. Welcome to Monday Afternoon Raw, live from Paris, France. Let's go. That's what happens in a hard cap league. You have a lot of players who need to get paid, and some got to go. Yeah, and again, if you don't kind of balance your budget properly, right? And I think one of the dilemmas the Leafs ran into was so top-heavy, right? Like you had 3-4 players locking up such a large percentage of their overall budget that it's tough. It's tough to disperse that. That's why their defense has been Bush League for a few years. So as a guy who bleeds blue and white, I'm hoping for better days. But Oba Femi is here. And the crowd is loud. Who? Let's go. EO has to win. I don't know if she has to win Roll Tide, but I would love for her to win. Everyone knows what a big fan of EO Sky I am. So I'd like to see her kind of get back into the mix. Oh, shit. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Sorry, Jason. Context is king, and that one went over my head. But yes, I do. I have seen that movie. I haven't seen it in a long, long time, though. I always remember when they argue over whether you wear solids or stripes when you're on camera. Solids, it is. But they're showing the crowd. The French are strutting along, and Oba's in a mood. Let's go. What will Oba have to say tonight? The King and the Queen tournaments continue. Facts. Oba, let's go. Oba, let's go. Travis, hey, better days. Looking for better days. That's it. You're breathing, the sun's shining, we're in good days, but I do like it being turned into a lyric. Italy, y'all, getting a run for y'all money. Let's go. Italy was great. Hey, let's be real. That crowd in Long Island for Double or Nothing was outstanding. So, I mean, we've seen some really good crowds as of late. Italy was great. Italy was absolutely great. Now, France, already off to a hot start. Obafemi. My son's football team is working on a TD celebration where they can all do. Yes, let's go. I love it, Reader. I love it. That's great. Oba. Rest in peace to San Antonio Spurs game 3 tonight. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Oba squashes Dom, and that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Will it, I mean, will they try and mix it up? Will there be something like, Oba gets jumped or Oba gets just like, is there a way to stretch this out? I got you. I got you, Travis. It was a good call. Appreciate it. It's showtime. I caught that one. Here's the odds on favorite, the rule. Yeah, because who's going to stop him? I mean, the only hesitation I will throw out to everybody out there is, are you concerned, even if Oba is the overwhelming favorite, but this crowd is bananas right now, is Brock Lesnar's presence a problem? Is Brock Lesnar's presence an issue? Is it a concern? And will it be the thing that stands in the way of Oba becoming king of the ring? Insane. Insane. Like Oba's smiling ear to ear, like, hey. Obafemi for the win. Rest in peace, Dirty Dom. Shoosh. It does feel overwhelmingly against Dom. I worry about the kid. I want to hear KJ Sod about Persephone losing Saturday. James, I mean, my Lord, we've talked about this over and over and over again. There's this crazy thing that AEW wants to do where they essentially, give me a moment. One second, sir. I'll get back to your answer in a second. But Alba is just throwing it out there, and he has no problem with the microphone. Yeah, I just don't understand like this idea to bring people in and make everyone feel average, make everyone feel. We've talked about it over and over again, where everybody feels gray, and you get porridge, you get sludge, you get bland, you get something that not overly entertaining. You need stars to feel like stars. You need there to be some separation. And when you're bringing someone in and you make a big deal about the, oh shit, they're coming, they're going to be here, and they just get waxed. Well, what's the point? Listen to this crowd. But yeah, time and time again, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't get it. Look what happened to the inspiration. I don't get it. What is the point? What's up, James? Brother Fluff Salisbury. If anyone asks, y'all work at my restaurant and are supervising. Let's go. Let's go. Anything you need. He wants the head of Brock Lesnar. So, I mean, we know Brock's still lurking. Brock's still on Oba's mind. So, how much of that plays a factor in what we get here today? And what we get at Night of Champions? What we get moving forward? Are they able to stretch Brock and Oba out to SummerSlam? Are they even thinking of stretching it out to SummerSlam? They did say, we'll see you down the road. So does that put a pin in it for a minute? The only thing I had the last 3 weeks is a big bad bitch. Oba just called Brock Lesnar a big bad bitch. The alliteration and the insult, folks. A hit and a half for his ass. Oh, wait a minute. We got company. Dom is in the building. And bold strategy, Con. Let's see how this one plays out. We need to pull who's more over, Oba or Trick. All right. Let's see. That's a hard shout right now, really. I'm going to say Oba, but by not much. Fuck. All right. There you go. I'll give that to you. Steve Macklin and Myra Grace have been released from TNA. Crazy story. And actually, Anthony had sent this over, being our, our TNA eyes and ears. I know Anthony's a huge fan of Steve Macklin. I know I've really loved watching Steve Macklin evolve and grow, and kind of become this guy that felt like a top guy, especially in TNA. The crowd is even louder booing Dom than they were cheering Oba right now. I don't believe that's Oba's real accent. I believe he can speak without the accent. He puts on the accent by choice. I believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. The Steve Macklin thing, a little shocking, because to me, he's a guy that we could really push. Santana, be a top guy, be a top heel. And he puts on good matches. A big body. It'll be very interesting what happens for him next. We know his wife's been over in Ring of Honor for quite a while, but publicly has expressed some frustrations with her booking. So would that impact how, somewhere like AEW looks at Macklin? Do they sign Macklin and just, add him to, the, Callis family? Does the WWE have any appetite to bring a Steve Macklin back in? Who knows? But ultimately, TNA, I'm as this year progresses, and I know I'm not here on Thursday nights anymore for the channel as far as Impact goes, but I do keep up with it, and I'm a little concerned. I feel like their creative's kind of been a little flat. I feel some of the people that are involved in things I'm struggling to get into. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. JD from behind hits Oba with a chair, and not like no sell would be an understatement. Oba didn't even, in no way, shape, or form, did Oba even register that a grown man hit him with a chair. Dom hits a 619. See, this is what I'm warning everybody about with Dom. We think it's a done deal, but maybe there's a way. But, never mind. Dom goes for a ride. The crowd goes bananas. And JD saves Dom. The crowd is loud, folks. Dom and JD retreating. Oba says, Dom, you messed up tonight. Run. Next week, I will introduce you to your daddy. Always just getting over and over and over, not missing a stride, on point. Every moment he's been given, he's walked into and smashed. But Dom feeling the pain, and Oba not happy. But yeah, OG Dale, it's unfortunate. I hope Steve lands on his feet. I hope more opportunities open up for Steve. Again, a guy that's been very entertaining to watch and had some really epic matches. I recommend anyone go back and watch Macklin and PCO from, I believe, 2020. What are we in now? 2024? But, again, the guy's a beast. So we'll see what happens. I'm surprised. I'm a little concerned for TNA. I think they need to get in some solid names. I think they got to get some solid booking and really kind of right the ship here, and kind of, they're not doing enough to grab headlines. They're not doing enough to make it must-see TV, and that's an issue. So you don't want to keep losing, I know Myra, not to overlook her, not a huge impact on TNA at that point. So, we barely knew you. All the best. But Macklin, what does this mean? And again, it was mutual. So is this like, hey, I got an opportunity. Can I go? I don't know. But we go back to Paul Heyman getting lit up last week, going through the barricade by a Braun Breaker spear. And then we got the old belt spear spot from Seth. By September, Persephone is going to be in AAA. You might not be wrong. He was like, we can do this all night long, but we got to move this along, right? There's this crazy flow to this guy. But we go to the back with Jackie and Seth. They looks like they're in some like theater. Oh, crowd is just echoing. Oba's mic work is the best. It's really something. I know we talk about Oba Femi being an absolute force, being a beast, being a guy that is physically dominant, but he is also got a level of charisma. You know, we've seen a lot of big, bad, strong guys that don't have charisma, don't have that it factor. Oba's got it. Oba's comfortable with the mic. He's confident. He's almost borderline cocky at times. Again, there's an attitude, a chip on his shoulder, a swag about him, and it kills. It's over. Steve Macklin got that one. What's up, Lindsay? How you doing? Oba has been solid mic presence. Absolutely. Dom's a problem. Like where people are thinking, oh, Oba's going to squash Dom. I think they're going to find a way to stretch it out and give us like 10, 12 minutes of this at least. He may never really, push Oba to a full threat, but there's always there's always something up with Dom. So I don't rule it out that he plays, cat and mouse a little bit, but we do have Seth. The crowd's loud for Seth. And they start chanting OTC. So, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the next WrestleMania is going to be Seth and Roman. And it feels like every so often we get a little seed planted. Was that another seed towards that? That being said, I mean, if he wins the King of the Ring, he's definitely getting that shot at SummerSlam. No Eiffel Tower this time. What's up, Bradley? How you doing? Does he have the balls to go in the ring? Well, he kind of did, Hades. Kind of. JD, throws the chair shot for the distraction. He hits a sneaky 619, but that was about it. Again, I love it. We talk a lot about some of the wrestling you see out there, and these little guys are throwing these big guys around and physically on par with a guy 200 pounds heavier than them. It doesn't make sense visually. So I love seeing it booked this way, booked proper. But that being said, folks, the action is about to begin as our first match tonight will be the Fatal 4-Way in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I will put a poll up. 100% of the chat saying that Oba is more over than Trick Williams, and I would agree with that. Though Trick's not doing anything wrong or anything bad, he's over as hell. It's just Oba effing Femi. How can we even, anybody kind of trying to discredit Oba is not watching the show that's happening in front of them. That's my opinion on that. Like, you're not watching the show. You're not listening to the fan reaction. You're not, again, it might not be your cup of tea, but why not? Alexa. All right, this one's going to be interesting. Lots of names in it. Is there any way I get my wish and Chelsea Green gets a W here? Speaking of that, former Hervis member, Alba Fire, going out there today, letting everyone know that she is free to work and that she is no longer beholden to the WWE. So I found that quite interesting. I liked Alba Fire. I also liked Isla Dawn. I liked them both. I'm a little disappointed that they're gone. But your poll is up, so get your votes in. Who do you have? As we're going to a clip from the Undertaker podcast with R-Truth, talking about little Jimmy. Oba. What up, Kev? Look at, I like it. Lady B. Yum button for Oba, please. I'm delayed. I'm behind. I'm catching up. A sneaky yums there, Lady B. JD. Dominic better have his affairs in order because he might be, yeah, right? It's terrifying. And you saw it, right? Oba gets a hold of him and just throws him across the ring. Like, again, Dom's going to have to stick and move. I'm the king of the lucha just by stealing Ray and Eddie's moves. Yeah, kind of in a way. I mean, isn't that part of what makes him so irritating? Is he says things like I'm the king of the lucha, but we don't, we obviously don't have that king of the lucha vibes with the guy. So again, it's the delusion of grandeur that kind of gets under your skin. He didn't budge. Not a move. Which I mean, even in kayfabe is hard to do. Nick sweep. A lot of people thinking so. Cooper having a chuckle. They'll be peeling him off. Is it peeing him off? What? Peeling him off the damn mat. Yeah, no shit. As here comes Chelsea Green, Obafemi world champion. Yeah, I mean, he's on such a run right now, Sean. How do you avoid it? I really, how do you avoid it? And even if you do something like late in the year where he goes after, let's say, Gunther beats Cody. Who cares how? But Gunther beats Cody coming up. Now Gunther's the champ. You let Gunther go for a little bit. You let Oba kind of do what he's doing. But at some point, you put, even if Oba can win the King of the Ring and go after Gunther, how over as a babyface is Gunther going to be, and how bad are people going to want to see Oba beat the shit out of Gunther? Parisians love the Ruda. So far, they've loved pretty much everything. I love the France crowd. It's loud as hell. Look, I wish all crowds, I implore every crowd out there, if you're going to pay the money to go watch a wrestling show, show up, show out, make noise, have fun. And again, if it's your favorite wrestling and you think these shows are 10 out of 10, no matter what the company is, well, then let us know. We got to hear it. I mean, a lot of times we get confused because we'll watch a show and the crowd's not very loud, but then they'll tell you, oh, the show was amazing. Well, why didn't you make any noise? Talk to him. Okay, I'm catching up. Maya Grace to NXT, very probable. Very possible, Travis. I mean, she fits the bill, if you catch my drift. So, yeah, she looks like she'll fit right in. Here comes Becky. Cody will still beat Oba. Yeah, no, right? Shit. I think if you're going to push Oba towards a belt, probably won't be Roman, because Roman's not going to want to get dominated and annihilated, right? We're going to say face. Roman wants to look like a big, bad, tough tribal chief. Oba kind of diminishes that in a bit of a way. So maybe that's the reason that you find Randy Orton comes back and screws Cody over, or Gunther finds his, a chintzy way to kind of, pokes him in the eye, then chokes him out. Whatever it is, you might have to get, because Oba going after Cody is going to make people boo Cody for sure. We have to bring Pat McAfee back. Fuck's sake. Dom is a natural, boring coward. He does it so well, Cherokee. He does it so well. Seth Rollins, let's go. He's always a coward. You can hear the crowd over the interview. It's insane, my guy. It really is. It's on fire. Dom better be wearing dark clothes. Shit. Is Seth back being funny? No, wait. No, I want to see Seth. He's still more serious than not. He's not really dove back into that kind of Joker kind of behavior that he had once upon a time. The over-the-top laughing, the kind of being eccentric in a way. So, yeah, no, much more focused, serious Seth. I find it very interesting talking about, setting it up in case he wins the King of the Ring, that, the OTC should be on notice that Seth Rollins might be a problem, as Liv Morgan comes prancing out. She's a star, folks. She's an absolute star. This. 316 has a reason to feel the way he does. Seth Rollins has been my favorite wrestler ever since he debuted on the main roster. Damian, it's hard to argue. I think Seth Rollins, the best pro wrestler between the ropes in the business. I do. There's a couple names out there that'll give him run for his money, but the man can wrestle. He can do a mix of things, but he, in addition to being a good, physically able to do a lot, he understands the psychology. He can be a babyface, can be a heel, but he gets how to work a match. He gets the understanding of not just doing all the tricks every time. And Again, I think the man is outstanding and definitely going to be in one of those arguments of, this generation, Roman Reigns or Seth or a plethora of names that we've seen come through. Where does Seth fall in that realm? But all four ladies are in the ring. Liv's having a little prance, as I said. I think that describes it perfectly for those who can't see what she's doing. I would describe it as a prance. Hashtag prance. It's going to be 7-8 minutes of cat and mouse with Oba, Dom until 100%. And then I think there's a moment where Dom kind of gets on him a little bit, maybe kind of like we saw tonight. Becky goes for the manhandle slam right away. Chelsea pops out, and Alexa throws a punch, and Chelsea instantly wants to make friends. A little bit of a handshake, but Alexa hooks her up for Abigail. Chelsea gets out of that, and Becky smacks her. That's a pretty good sequence. Chelsea in the corner. Knees up. Chelsea's such a good worker. Rolls through. I'm digging this one already, folks. Oh, we live early. I clicked the bell unbroken. What do I got to do? I just gotta got out of the gate program. Well, we are on early. Click your bell. Make sure you know. Any truth to the rumors that WWE versus AEW in June in Tokyo, Japan? Oh, God, no. No, not even close, bro. I haven't even really heard that rumor. If anyone's circling that rumor, that's insane. No, these guys are not going to be dance partners. To the point where WWE will dance with just about anybody on the planet just to make AEW jealous if they can. But Chelsea going up top. Alexa already went flying. Chelsea down. And both blondes are down and out. Maybe we're throwing some bonus. There we go. Let's not skimp on the Becky popping Chelsea. Good action, good crowd. Devil Tower is still up. In real life, yes. In WWE, no. They're building Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam. Yeah, so it definitely feels that at least they're putting that possibility out there, Roll Tide. And a lot of people have talked about it for a while, but I thought this vision thing was going to go differently. But maybe this is, I don't think you give up on the vision, but maybe you just let Seth roll on into something else. You let the vision get healthy, and then those four as a unit can kind of refocus their mission, I guess, for a lack of a better term. Becky going to the top or middle rope. Big leg drop on Alexa. Where do you think, Steve? Yeah, it's a very good question, Unbroken. He has a history with WWE. I know his wife works for Tony Khan. But how does her booking play into that role? But then again, he's been to the WWE. Do they have any appetite to bring him back? Do they see upside in him? I don't know why I think either company would be good to get him as far as the major ones go. Here's a guy that can really wrestle, understands how to tell a story, and can cut a promo. So I mean, I'm very curious. As a fan of Steve Macklin, I'm curious to see what's next for Macklin. My only fear is you sign a big contract and it's basically a bona fide check to hang out with your wife, and you don't get booked, you don't get used, you become Josh Alexander or Ace Austin or a list of others. But right now, Becky wailing away on Alexa. Alexa eating the mat face first. Can't wait for Ruka versus Lyra. I'm really excited for this one, Bernard. With some of the, some of the concerns with Soul, being a little stumbly bumbly on her snatchers lately. I'm hoping that this match lives up to what I think it can be. I think this could be a really surprisingly good match. And right now, this Fatal 4-Way is cooking. 2 count as the backstabber, and Liv gets 2 on Alexa. Liv for the win. What did the poll say, folks? Liv 35, Becky 13, Chelsea 12, and Alexa way out in 38. So Alexa's the favorite. I like it, but I'm surprised. What are we seeing in the bracket that makes you guys feel that way? Let me pull this up real quick. Where's the men's? So, see, I was potentially thinking Liv would find a way to get a W here. And then Liv gets into the finals, and it's Liv versus Rodriguez in the finals. Alexa wins, and what? Does Charlotte? And we get Charlotte versus Liv next round? We could do Becky Charlotte. I don't know. We could do Liv Jade, but I don't think so. I don't think Valkyria is gonna Valkyria always wins when we don't expect her to. Yeah, let me know out there. How do you guys feel this? Io, Sky, and Raquel are already on the other side of the bracket. They will face off. Io could win and then take on any, part of the other side of the bracket. There's a bit more of a story if Raquel gets into the finals and has to take on Liv, as I mentioned. Let me know what you think out there. As this match, Dragon Screw by Alexa. Yeah, I don't know why either, to be 100% honest. Stacked match, though. You are right. Yum Yums. All right.
Yum Yums.
There we go. Got Alexa. Okay. Fatal Yum Yum. Do we get Mike Santana at SummerSlam since his contract is up in a month? Possibly, but I mean, again, is he a guy that goes to NXT? Does he show up at like the Great American Bash? Does he go to the main roster right away? And again, you got to start thinking if TNA loses Macklin and then they lose Santana, do they lose Leon? A lot of people talking about Leon eyeballing AEW or WWE. It might be tough times for TNA. Right? As much as, yeah, it's tough, but it's possible. But this match is rolling. We got everybody clashing in the corners. Alexa with the drop kick, and the crowd applauds in appreciation. Dom can just throw a stone at him. It worked for Dave. In fact, you need one of those spinners. Big drop kick by Chelsea. Beautiful drop kick. Chelsea reminding everybody she's not just a goofy gimmick. She can go. Alexa with the DDT and a deep 2. Jessica Carr on the count. A plaid. What? Where do you go after Oba beats Roman? He can't beat someone bigger than that. That becomes the thing. And this is where I caution fans on patience, right? Because once he climbs that mountain, it's never going to be the same. We know this, and fans get complacent really quick, get kind of bored really quick with things. So Oba's got to when Oba gets to that moment where he is the guy and he kind of gets that big, big win, now you got to put him in scenarios where it makes him an underdog, right? Because he's so big and powerful. The only way you got to humanize him in a way that doesn't actually humanize him. I know that sounds kind of bullshit and vague, but no. Oh, wait. Wow. That was a nice spot as Liv spins into the power bomb, gets the 2, but Twisted Bliss on the back. Becky slides back in, and Becky breaks up the count. These ladies are falling on each other, left, right, and center, and the crowd is loud. Yeah, what you have to do is you're going to have to put them like Oba being chased down by like a Braun Breaker with the Vision in tow, or some type of scenario where, it's an outnumbered situation, or there's an angle to it where he's almost at a disadvantage. That's going to be the challenge to keep him interesting and relevant. Chelsea Green. We got Liv on the show. That's a 10 out of 10. Let's go, Sean. Liv, we're feeling it. Cody, the type of guy to knock himself out with the boomerang. Facts. Kill me every time I have to hear this. Oh, goes for the DDT. Becky blocks it. Goes for manhandle slam. Reversal, like a great match. Like really well put together. And we get the blockbuster. I feel like sometimes people sleep on how good Alexa is in the ring. All 4 of these women can go as, oh, wait. Sister Abigail. As she catches Liv. She's too close to the ropes. Becky saves the day. Alexa, manhandle slam on Alexa. Oh, Chelsea. Do it, Chelsea. Unprettier. Do it, Chelsea. Do it, Chelsea. No! What a finish. And Liv steals in, moves on. What a finish. What a finish. I thought Chelsea had it. But Liv steals it in a real pretty way, and she will move on in this tournament. And that's it. That's what they're selling us on with Liv Morgan. For anyone out there that says, why is Liv in this tournament? The story they're selling us is she wants it all. She wants both championships. So she becomes queen of the ring and she challenges Jade and she becomes everything in the wrestling world. Whether you buy that or not, that's up to you. But I believe we're heading, there is a collision course and almost guarantees for me, and maybe I'm wrong, but Raquel Liv final makes sense, doesn't it? But what a match. What a great match. They need to chiv. Yeah, well, I don't think so. I think because it almost makes her a little more obnoxious. If she goes babyface at some point, Cooper, maybe. But as long as she's heel, I like them using her like pretty, her pretty shitty own song. It almost adds to her being the pain in the ass that she is. So there's a big happy birthday banner. Liv gets the win on her birthday. As always, looking good. I love Liv a lot, but come on, I hate this song. Facts. Right? You're right. I agree with you, sir. But I think I like it. Hold me closer, tiny prancer. Let's go. I like it. Yum Yums all up in the show. Yeah, we're getting Yum Yums up. Let's go. I'll give you guys one. Let's go. One for Dale and Safid to share. Liv gets bounced from Judgment Day. Yeah, coming soon. Coming soon. I am enjoying it. Absolutely. How could you not? I thought it was a really well done match. Good pace. You didn't have people laying out for long periods of time. Back and forth. Good transitions. A few really nice false finishes. As right now we are getting a video package on Ray Ray. Is this like the winding down of Ray Ray's in ring? Like, is this what we're doing here? Maybe he does beat Penta tonight, and he holds the belt till May, till late this year, maybe into Mania next year. I don't know, but does it feel like we're getting slowly to, like, we're giving a whole life and times a Rey Mysterio video package, and I love it. I love it. I always joke about the time my car got broken into, and then one of the things they stole was a Rey Mysterio mask I got at a live show. I was bummed out. Great match. Oh, wait. Holy shit. Liv wins. What a spot. Yo, I wanted Chelsea to win that bad, but that's where, just because I wanted Chelsea to win doesn't mean Liv winning sucks. Great finish. I wanted I don't think it's confusing, Charlie. I mean, I get you, but again, they're selling us on the idea that Liv wants to win everything, but realistically, all this is a reason for Liv and Raquel to fight and Roxanne to pick a side. I hear you, Bradley. Good match. I agree, Travis. So now it's going to be Raquel versus Liv. Liv is already the champion. Yeah, she wants the other belt. Again, take it for what it's worth, but that's what she wants. Oba was booked with that way in NXT. Remember how quickly he became NXT champion and went to do it 3 times, so no issue. Facts, right, John? Yeah. Collision course. Judgment Day is breaking up a guaranteed who is turning on who. That's the fun part, right? So we already saw the men's side of Judgment Day kind of disintegrate. I know JD is still hanging out with Dom, and they're still kind of doing their thing. But now we're going to get the women's side of this, and we're going to see what happens with Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne. It's been building. It's been building. So it wouldn't shock me as Penta's here and Chad Gable, who was on SmackDown, gets a nice pop. Big chant for Gable. So Chad saying I've done a lot over the last couple of years that I'm ashamed of, but I do believe Chad's going to take on Ray Phoenix. Ever swipe your finger through? What the fuck, Johnny? 316 is somewhere having the time of his life. Papa, they took my wife from my car once. I didn't file a report. She was. He said, "Take my wife." No, seriously, take her. This really does feel like Rey Mysterio sent it, doesn't it? A little, like reminding us how amazing Ray's been, and the mask and the old clips, like Ray in the purple suit. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like we're not going to call it a retirement tour, but we're going to let it feel like it might be one. So an interesting exchange between Penta and Chad is Chad's on a bit of a redemption story now. He's apologetic for being so crazy over his hate for Lucha. Now he's trying to make amends with all the Lucha. He loves Lucha now. I don't know. But I'm happy to see Chad being Chad, and I'm really curious to see how they book this and what they do with Chad. As we got Byron and Ethan Page. I love Trouble by Liv Morgan. Well, I figured you might. I mean, it is what it is. And if you like it, you like it. I kind of like this for Chad. I do as well. Penta is where this all started. At Full Circle MDP. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel like I haven't clicked on your name yet. So did we say hello at some point and I forgot? But welcome, sir. Welcome. I hope you are well. I mean, not untrue. I think Ray screws Dom during this match with Grande, leading to Dom challenging him to retire. Yeah, in a way. And I mean, Bernard, I don't even know if he has to super kind of get involved, but maybe he just prevents, other people from doing something, or, the fact that he's the GM and he, you did this to me. You booked me in this match. You did this because you hate me. Now I want revenge and I want your mask. Maybe Ray, is the GM of AAA, but it's maskless Ray. Like Ray's like, listen, if the Undertaker gets to take off his costume, I'm doing it too. Ethan Page, a great interview, by the way. When they break into your car and they don't take anything valuable, but they take the one thing you cared about. Yeah, that and some fucking change. You're like, what the hell? It's always the funniest shit. I love the new entrants. No Britney or Christina Aguilera fans in there. She's trying. She's trying. They're trying to make her a star, and she is. So Ethan Page basically saying, I'm not done with the IC title. I want the Intercontinental Championship. I want that belt. I want my rematch. So, again, Ethan's doing things. Ethan's been good since they brought him in, and he continues to progress. Spanish Rachel could show more personality if Liv wasn't a glory hog. That may be true. I mean, we talk about that a lot when you are, the big bodyguard or this, in the background, right? So maybe Raquel can show a little more personality. But they're about to fight, that's for sure. This is my dream match. I can't wait to watch Penta versus Ray. I mean, again, once upon a time, you would think you wouldn't get this in WWE. You'd have to watch a AAA show, or you catch it on an indie show somewhere. But here it is: Penta versus Ray. Should be fun. This should absolutely be fun. Chad Gable's redemption arc. Facts, right? He's making amends, and then he's got to go to business. Chad Gable versus Penta. It ends where it all begins. I think that's great. I'm with you. Put the IC belt on Chad. You could put the IC belt on Chad. You could. And then again, you still have a really good heel in Ethan lurking, right? So if Penta stays champ, Ethan wants the belt. If Chad gets the belt, Ethan wants the belt. Chad Gable, Ethan Page going for a few months together could be crazy good. As Seth and Montez are in the back embracing. So he's thanking him for helping out. Oh, the Use. The Use. Big pop from the Use. Ethan Page promo at commercial. Facts. Someone get a hold of Ringsider Anthony because they're going to the ATL for Saturday night's main event, Sunday, September 6th. Did that just get announced? Crazy. All right. Someone let Anthony know. Sunday night's main event, September 6th. Okay. Probably that feels like it's going to be Labor Day weekend. So that'll be interesting. They love booking shit on Labor Day weekend. Now, traditionally, All Out has been around Labor Day, but I don't know if they've announced that yet, or am I crazy? Let me see. Yeah, Seth can't really keep Roman's name out of his mouth lately. Oh, it's going to be in Boston, September 19th. So All Out's going a little bit later this year. Okay. Boston. We're going to the Garden. That's my Boston accent. How'd I do? The oos is on the loose. I thought you guys were better. I thought you were Big Jim. I thought you were Main Event Jay. Song and dance we have heard before, folks. Think about it like this. HBK versus Diesel in the 90s, Raquel. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely 100%. That's where I think Raquel comes into an interesting place because Raquel can kind of, or so Roxanne can kind of slide into that. But Jacob looking Seth eye to eye. As Jacob's dialed in, he gave his word. And the crowd loses it. 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. Seth just grins. He walks off, and the Usos are confused. All right, the twins are out. Back to Montez. They changed Saturday main event to Sunday? Wait, who said it was on a Sunday? I'm just getting my information secondhand. No, I mean, by definition, I think Saturday would be Saturday. Jacob Fatu. Jacobs. Cody will definitely be on the Atlanta show in his hometown after all. Facts. You would imagine that Cody would want to be on that show. As you said, hometown crowd in a way for him. So, yeah, I would fully expect that that would be the case. So now we are getting a video package for Aruka versus Valkyria. And I'm still convinced that this match is going to do all right. I'm definitely watching that promo from Oba back again. It was fire. Again, he's fun to watch. There's a level of fun to him and a level of entertainment that you get watching. Again, I mean, I think it's outstanding and what he's been able to do. Jessica Carr is the official match. I wonder if she can't stand to Becky Lynch's piss poor behavior. I'm still waiting for Jessica and Becky to kind of get a little more physical. I think that'd be a fun storyline, a good way to bring Jessica in as a wrestler at that point. Your only fear is she's so good at her, she's really good at being a ref, so they're like, maybe we won't do the crossover. But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason Jackie Redmond is back because the Stanley Cup Finals on ABC, ESPN here in the States this year. Let's go. I'm happy she's here. I'll put it that way. Oh, Bailey in the back with Lyra. Chelsea, I wanted her to win. Stop being a meow meow and let Spanish Rachel be the... She might, though. She could be Queen of the Ring. She really could. Right? Liv Morgan or Becky Lynch or Alexa Bliss or Chelsea Green. I think we just went down that road and we got our answer. What a spot. Oh, shit. This is just like super loaded. That's crazy. I feel like Liv being a glory hog is the story. Definitely one of it's going to be, it was always about you. It was all about you. Blah, 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 blah. Like it's a tale as old as time, Bernard. You're spot on with what's coming next. And again, I think it starts off of like, we're going to fight, but we're still friends, right? No. My name is Chad Gable. I lost my mask, and now I'm sitting at a sad table. At least he's not planking like Johnny. But here comes Sol Ruka, as she will go one-on-one with Lyra Valkyria. Two women, not that far removed from leaving NXT. Both getting the IC title, as Lyra was the inaugural IC champion. But I will put a poll up. Let me know who you're taking. Are you taking Lyra? Are you taking Soul? Maybe you take nobody because something goes awry. Let's find out. As we're approaching almost the top of the hour here, folks, heading towards 3:00 p.m. Eastern time. I will remind everybody, if you are watching the show later because you're currently unable to watch the show, you can always watch these streams back at any time. As anytime we do these afternoon shows, you just click on the link, sync it up with your replay, and enjoy tuning in. But beyond that, we are back tomorrow. Regular time, 7:45. Same with Wednesday. Don't forget, Thursdays go at 8:45 to cover TNA. And then Friday, let me double check because I feel like Friday is back to normal. And I don't want to misguide anybody. But yeah, I think Friday's back to normal, and then the 22nd. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. No, today's Paris. Are they back in Italy on the 12th? All right. So Friday's another afternoon, and then it's next week back to normal. Then the 22nd here for an afternoon show. Night of Champions will be on in the morning. It's going to be a breakfast with the boys. The 28th, we go live at 3 p.m., an afternoon with the boys, as we hit a triple threat marathon with Great American Bash, Forbidden Door, and Slammiversary, all on the same night, same day. Jam-packed of wrestling, folks. We got tons coming your way. May have a couple Saturdays off coming up just to give us a little bit of a reprieve and some quieter times. But again, more wrestling coverage than you can shake a stick at. Don't know why you would, but more than you could. I'm going to double check on Friday, though. If I could spell. 21st. Yeah, actually, I think Friday might be back to normal. Is Friday back to normal? June 1st, June 7th, June 8th, France. And then Monday the 22nd. Yeah, so Friday is back to 8 p.m. We will be live at 7:30. So we're looking forward to that one. What time you go live on Sunday? This coming Sunday, that's a good question. 7? Or on the Sunday for Night of Champions will be, it's going to be, oh no, that's a Saturday, isn't it? Didn't we just talk about this? On the Sunday will be 3 p.m. live. So, and then on the 14th, February 14th coming up here, we're going to bring back we're going to try and pull it off. We might have to push it a week, but we are bringing back our annual mental health special. So tune in for that. It will be on a Sunday at 7 p.m., most likely on the 14th. So over the next couple of days, keep an eye out for some of the call outs and the thumbnail popping up for men's mental health. Of course, we are in Men's Mental Health Month, something that is not talked about nearly enough. And we're looking forward to reopening the doors and bringing back our annual mental health talk. Bring one, bring all, not just men, women, everybody is welcome. And we're going to talk a little mental health. We're going to put a little focus on the men out there who tend to be too quiet and bottle until they explode. But we're going to chat all about it. And again, be a friend, tell a friend, folks. Remember, you're never alone. You got friends everywhere. And if you're struggling, reach out and say hello to somebody, anybody. All these European shows is like when your mom makes spaghetti on a Sunday and you're still eating spaghetti for dinner on Thursday. Facts, right? Let's go. What's Sunday? As I said, I think we're going to bring you a special on Sunday night, 7 p.m. February 14th. What happened there? WWE reported has interest in Zilla Fatu. Well, I mean, if that's currently being reported, Damien, politely, that would fall under the no shit category. It's a long-standing story. Yeah, I mean, again, no surprise there. Mental health. I'll accept that. I like it. But we are off and running. We get the ding ding. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this Friday, back to regular time, 7:30. Monday we are early as we're in the O2 in London. So weird that they go on a European tour, come back to go back. So there you go. You think they would have just booked a couple more shows. But what do I know? Soul 79%, Lyra 16%, and nobody getting 5. Fair enough. I need to put my glasses back on. I thought Lyra was wearing a cup. Jokes. June 27th, Saturday. There you go. Thank you. Got Soul Ruka for the win. KJ said February 14th. What in the Back to the Future? Did I say February 14th? You definitely said February 14th. What was I even referencing? Why did I say that? Someone help me. What is happening? Yeah, it's a good one. I accept that. It's a talent, my guy. Fun fact, Drake turned the O2 into the O3 one time. Facts. There you go. Dale throwing out the yum yums.
Yum yums.
There we go. Off to a good start in this one. Very technical. Feeling each other out. Oh, slides through and a bit of a botch there. And a little bit of a hand walk. Did look like a bit of a missed spot. Oh, that's better. They're trying to do the tricks, but the tricks don't look right. X Factor. Lyra eats it. The match is, yeah, fact. That comment would have made Nick so mad. All right. So I might have said February the 14th, according to Lady B and MDB. I don't know what the fuck I was referencing. I meant June 14th. The Freudian slip. My mental health struggles around February 14th, apparently. But yeah, we're looking this coming Sunday, 7 p.m. to go live and bring you a mental health special. That's her style. That's her style. I saw her take a picture with Charlotte, and I thought that's hilarious. Double yum yums.
Yum yums.
There you go. The remix. Money in the Bank, Saturday, October 10th in New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah, so it's weird though, right? Like, I mean, we generally have Money in the Bank in the summer, and we've pushed it to October. Let me see something. I'm curious. November 28th. So you're going to do Money in the Bank in October, at the end of October. You're doing Survivor Series at the end of November. Okay. I mean, I guess if you got room to do it. Oh, nice move. Roll through. We get a pin. Night of Champions, June 26th. Great American Bash, June 28th. Saturday Night Main Event, July 18th. SummerSlam, August 1st and 2nd. Heat Wave has not been announced yet. Money in the Bank is going to be October 10th. Are they going to do WrestlePalooza again? And if so, where do you fit WrestlePalooza in? Do they move WrestlePalooza August, September? No, that's October. Do they try and move WrestlePalooza to September? Crown Jewel in the fall. Survivor Series in November. Would you move WrestlePalooza, or do you just abandon WrestlePalooza? Do you move WrestlePalooza to December? Two count, two count, two count. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Keep monitoring the SmackDown for London, KJ, on your end because we may get it until Friday here in the US. Yeah, it will be the same kind of scenario, Bradley. Like we will be live in the afternoon. You won't get it until the evening, but we will be here live from the O2. I think they should put a women's IC title on Jade, let her run and have it. But now she's currently the world champion and doing pretty good. So that's a tricky one. I don't like Sol Ruka IC title decision. I do because it's just setting us up for matches like this, Sean. So, I mean, it's fair that you may disagree. I don't think Jade's there right now. I think they got Jade in bigger things. I like putting someone like Sol Ruka in the IC title position because then you just line up and have solid matches. You let them be really good quality TV matches like we're getting right now. That to me is better than Jade having the belt and just dominating. This to me brings a little more energy, a little more validity to the IC title for me. And it gives I like the mid card titles being used to give young up and coming talent a chance. And not that Jade's not still up and coming in a way, but I like it on Soul. And I like Soul, so that's a bit of a double up for me. Ray Phoenix should do an open challenge for his AAA belt. I mean, he could. We've done a lot of them. So we are getting a drone shot. So Ruka or Lyra. I'm confused what you're asking, John. How are they doing that? Yeah, I don't know. Jade doesn't have the belt anymore, KJ. Oh, that's right. I mean, but she's still in the picture. Still in the picture, Damien. She's still going after Rhea. It's not done yet. Jade is currently... Yes, I know. Jade could have a Gunther IC title run. It could be cool, but I see your point. Lots of different matches. I mean, again, could she go on a mid-card title run for sure? Again, I do like it. I do like having the US title and the IC title feeling strong and giving like really good TV matches. To me, they're your TV titles. Those are the matches that main event shows because the world champions don't do it often. Running knee by Soul. 2-2-2-2. 2-2-2-2. Let's go, folks. How are we feeling out there today? We are past the 3 o'clock hour. Again, a nice early edition. If you were just tuning in, Raw is currently live. If you are currently not watching it, I am spoiling all the things, so make sure you listen accordingly. As, Soul goes up, Lyra kicks the rope. Lyra with the leg drop. Nice spot. Let's go. Let's go. There. Oh, wait. I love when Soul leaves herself folded for the pin. At least see, rookie mistake. Little mistakes. Why are your legs up there like that? KJ, thoughts on John Moxley versus Shane Taylor on Wednesday? Baffling. I get in these tough spots sometimes because I'm a big fan of Shane Taylor once upon a time. From what I remember, what I watched, what I enjoyed, Shane can really run a show, and Ring of Honor really leaned. Oh, wait, DDT, little bit of a stumble, but still gets there. Misses the kick, another X Factor. Lyra blocks it, drop kick. Tremendous action, says Michael Cole. We got her up. Looking for the X-Wing. Down goes Soul. And again, we're trying to set up a... Oh, wait! Goes for the snatcher. Lyra catches her. By kind of what she was trying to do, if you catch my drift. Oh, now we slide back down. So a couple little, kind of wobbly moments. Nothing to be concerned with. Big applaud from the crowd. Crowd is loud. Both women putting on a good match here. Like I said, a couple wonky spots. And now we get a Soul Snatcher. And a big win. What's up, Dens? Let's go, let's go. Christopher just got done watching the video from last night, Rush concert, and Anika Niles killed it, especially on Tom Sawyer. Neil would have been proud. There we go, there we go. I like it. Soul gets the W. Any MLW fans has been really good lately. A lot of people talking about MLW. I catch bits and pieces of what's going on in MLW, and obviously, try and keep up on what is going on. MLW is an interesting animal. They got a lot of talent on the roster, and they've kind of quietly just accumulated a very intriguing group of wrestlers. So, yeah, I mean, some people I've heard praise for it. I've heard other people still say it's a little clunky, a little messy, a little all over the place. I'm curious. Ding, 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 ding. Sol Ruka, still your champion. Well, there you go. So now we're talking about the Usos, the issues. Jacob Fatu, where does he stand? Shotzi, new MLW Women's Champion. Facts, that is true. 2-0 Soul Snatcher, clean. She got one. Just, you got to work on it to the point where it's such a tricky move because it takes so much. But you got, you saw the first one where it looked like Lyra kind of left herself there, led into the reversal. So again, you go, okay, it looked obvious, but that's why it looked obvious. The second one comes off a lot more clean. But still, you don't want people bending into moves too obvious. You kind of got to find an organic way to get there. I guess we're all confused about the WWE calendar. It's all over the place. Yeah, every once in a while, every 6 months or so, we go on this little fucking road trip. Some of the things have been unique in the sense of, even with Great American Bash, we said the same thing about Stand and Deliver. Some of the announcements feel a little delayed or a little later than we anticipate. I know the European tours kind of throw us for a loop a little bit. We're creatures of habit, damn it. But it does look like it's, it settles back down. It's little blips here and there, totally unique nowadays because the ability to, watch live when they're international, which was never the case before. And for some, it still isn't the case. So, yeah, I mean, Jacob's still not overly happy. Da, 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 da. I'm trying to see returns to promotion. Yeah, so Friday the WWE is returning to the States. They will be in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, all right. So that's Friday. Live from Providence as we go to a commercial break, folks. I will take a second to remind everybody, hit like, share, subscribe. We are grinding towards 11K subscribers. The channel continues to grow at a fun pace. We continue to bring you more content. We're working on more stuff. So again, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Share this with everyone you know. Save your friends from bad reactions, fake streamers, and all the fun stuff, or the not so fun stuff. Remember, the wrestling might suck. We never do. Bring everybody here. I will also take a moment to remind everyone out there that we shirt people. We got a bunch of merch, including a few summer drops have popped up already. We're working on a couple more, but get your merch today. That's right, folks. We merch people, we shirt people, we pant people, we do all the things. We got aprons, we got mugs, we got the We Are the Clips that just dropped, we got the pre-mad with your ingredients for everyone's favorite IWC member out there, all the saltiness. So go check that out as well. We do have our Nike line of apparel and so much more. What Are We Doing just dropped. Pause for the Cause as well. So again, get in, get your stuff, and make sure you are a part of all the fun. Make sure you're a part of the shows. Remember, if you take a sign to a live show and we can prove that you were in the building with our logo on it, we will send you some swag to say thank you. Now, I'm still here. I'm still rolling. I know you saw me. So how we doing? How's it going? How you feeling? Instant classic. I don't know if we're going that far for the last match. For sure, MLW is a whole different animal lately. I didn't even. I've been watching NWA on comment as well. NWA, I'm a big fan of NWA. I like the good classic wrestling. I feel like it lost the plot for a while. I don't know how it is now. I've kind of given up on it. Curious to see if they're bouncing back. I don't have comment though. Of the World Cup's 3 host teams, welcome back, Curtis. By the way, which one will not advance? I'm saying U.S. Mexico's always a threat, I believe. So I think they've got a fair amount of confidence. Canada's a young team and unproven on this stage. So they're going to be in tough, but we got high hopes. The States are interesting because there's expectation there, but you never know. Like they're a funky team. Some years they surprise the world and they give everyone a run for their money. And then some years they're, kind of not in it. So, I mean, Curtis, it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out, especially a year where we kind of split up the hosting duties. Let's go. As we come back from break, we got a bunch of people filling out murals. I'm not sure what's up. Breaking news, WWE interested in signing. That's not breaking news. But welcome. But yeah, not breaking news, folks. This has been talked about for a year. So now if people are out there reporting, like again, and I think people, what they do is they take an idea. Like we see that, Zilla could get involved in this new Bloodline storyline or somehow get involved with Jacob or whatever. So then people just spin it to like, oh, someone backstage told me. It's been a long-standing story. And a gigantic pop for LA Knight. Breaking news, WWE got that one. Yeah, what the fuck? It's good. Let's go. Big pop for LA Knight. Yeah, Fatu not backing down. He might have did what he was supposed to do. He might have kept his word in losing to Roman, but he is not overly happy about it. Jacob is going to poison the bloodline within for sure. Definitely going to be a tumultuous relationship. You can hashtag that one, MDB. We getting another Fatu in WWE. Zilla Fatu has gotten interest. Surprise interest. Are we surprised at this point? No, not at all. Again, to me, this is not breaking news. Anybody out there reporting this like it's brand new or holy shit, this might be a thing. This has been a thing for well over a year. Right? It's part of the reason why Zilla's worked so close with guys like Booker T. They're keeping an eye on Zilla Fatu. They just got to make sure he's ready. Done. Saying it's a fun watch for sure. So is this channel. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. So here we go. It's LA. Calling for the mic. Crowd pops because he catches it. And NWA is up and down. I would imagine it would be, right? Again, I think they kind of got lost. I mean, there were certain decisions that they made. People that were champions for too long. You started bringing in things like the Gimp and of course, the infamous James Mitchell spot. So yeah, I mean, they've had some questionable choices. The crowd is insane, and all LA is doing is holding the mic out and letting the crowd chant, which is genius on his part. I don't give a flip if she does a soul snatcher. I don't get excited for it. I think when it's done right, we've seen some really good ones. So I mean, they're trying to make it like the RKO out of nowhere. I don't know if it's ever going to stick. If you stick a paper clip in the back of your television, you will have comment antenna, baby. What? Oh, you'll have comment, comment or comment. Comment. Yeah, that's jokes. Yeah. After you get your merch from the Wrestling for Lady V, phone lines are open for your rants. As always, it'd be so funny to start this and then just play people's random fucking meltdowns. As always, we will return your call in 21 to 52 business days. AEW Mad Max coming to summer blockbuster. I saw the poster. He thinks he's Mad Max. Mad Mox, by the way. But he thinks he's Mad Max. It's crazy. Comment. Yeah, I got you. Got you. Took a second. Will we see Zilla or Journey Fatu first? I'd imagine Zilla. I think LA Night, people are pumped. The crowd is crazy. And LA's got beef with Roman. Last time I saw Journey, he was beating up fans. That is a true fact. I think Travis is giving MDB some yums. J1, what's up, buddy? What's up, KJ? The Money in the Bank PLE that was originally scheduled to take place on September 6th has been moved to October 10th. Saturday night main event will now take place on the 6th. Yeah, so I'm imagining they wanted to do Saturday main event, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't work out with their scheduling, but they had the opportunity to flip the dates, use the 6th, and then I guess they couldn't do the 10th for Saturday main event, so they switched it. I guess venue wise, I'm not sure. New Orleans has had a rough go, right? Like they lost Mania. Now they're we're moving shit around. I don't know. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a deeper reason for why this is taking place. I'm guessing they were trying to get in, Money in the Bank. They wanted it, September. They wanted to do Saturday main event. They look at the venues, the way the calendar lines up, and I guess they end up here. So that's my guess. The Bloodline Vortex. He said it. He's saying the Usos are going to get involved in a match. If Rome, they always get involved. The mom, the dad, the uncle, everybody's going to get involved. The neighbor down the street. And Roman's still the champion. So basically that vibe of, lull, Roman wins. Big old stamp on it. Adam Pearce ain't going to go as far as say Adam Pearce in his pocket. So he's saying Adam Pearce might not be in his pocket, but Adam Pearce definitely under his thumb kind of vibe. This is good for LA Knight. Kind of almost has an anti-authority vibe to it. And with him getting such big reactions, if you want the bloodline to be a little more ruthless, a little more heelish, and get a little more heat, LA might be the guy to bring it out. Especially him calling shit out like this. I wish they would push LA to the moon. He's a great promo. Again, hard to deny, Cooper. The fans love him. And you're not wrong. He's not a bad promo at all. I think LA's age was a little bit of a concern for people, like within the creative. And I do feel like LA might be a guy, because he's strong, opinionated, strong-willed, if you will. At times you get that impression. You hear the interview he recently did with CVV. Again, I mean, sometimes I wonder if he just rubs the wrong people the wrong way, fighting kind of for his spot. But here come the Usos. Roman has won the last 3 matches without help. The fuck? There you go. You got a point. There you go. That's old news. Roman been doing things. You're right. Bernard, you got a point. But the French crowd is eating. But we got Jay, just Jay. So do we set up Jay versus LA? Do we set up something like that? Is it, Jay and Jimmy get on LA and LA needs a friend? How does this play out? But the crowd on their feet. Do you think the women's tag titles will change hands when Fatal Influence face Brie Page? Possibly. I wonder, and Nick and I have talked about this a few times. I wonder how much of, is there an appetite, or are they going to attempt like the Nikki storyline with this? Like Nikki Bella comes in and she, causes problems, and it ends up being a bit of a feud, a rivalry between the divas. Could be. That being said, if not, yeah, I would love for Fatal Influence to win it and mix it up. I think that's one of the things I really want to see a lot, Damien, right now, is I want to see more unexpected shit go down in wrestling on all shows. I don't want it to be so predictable. I don't want to see it miles away. And again, a lot of times I say, if sometimes outcomes are predictable, but it's a story you tell to get to that predictable ending that makes it worth it. However, some random title changes, some new faces around the gold, mixing things up as the crowd is going bananas, and Jay going to run it back. Everyone demanding he run it back. Will he do it? There we go. And he does a little shimmy shuffle. Again, two guys that get bigger reactions than just about anybody in the wrestling world, right? There is nobody outside the WWE getting reactions this big. And there's only a few in WWE that's getting reactions this big, which we saw earlier tonight already with Oba as one of them. Banana sandwich. What's up, Solution? Jay doesn't come from the crowd anymore. That is something that has changed for sure. And I mean, primarily he's coming out to the new tag team song, which is kind of like the old tag team song, just a little mixed up. So there you go. Do you think Zilla will be in WWE by the end of the year? I'll say yes, Damien. I'll say yes. I think he's due. And a Friday. What? Wait. What did that just happen? This is your warning shot. So a new thing by the Usos is they've been shooting out warning shots. We're probably going to get that on shirts. Warning shots. So Jey Uso not only putting on a night. So yeah. Oh wait, LA says cut the music. People complain about the bloodline. Meanwhile, I say the only interesting thing on Raw right now. I mean, again, it's good. It's prominent and it does sell tickets, and they're over. It's not like the Usos and Roman are coming out to no reaction. So at the end of the day, I understand people roll their eyes, but the same people shitting on the bloodline, oh, they're still doing this. Yeah, but how can you gangbang on that if you're okay with 5 years of Moxley being the identical human being that he still is today? How can you get, how do you justify Kenny versus some member of the Callis family for 5 years running? How do you justify the Bucks still doing the same? Like, I mean, if we got to play both sides of this coin. And my argument is, as long as it's over, as long as it's working, as long as it's a marquee thing, then we got nothing to complain about. As LA, screw your family. Screw your family. Holy shit. As Jay goes running back up the aisleway, and Jimmy says, no. Jimmy backing down Jay. LA Knight, screw your family. Paris crowd has erupted. Big reaction for LA. Big reaction for Jay. And we go back to the back with Chad Gable. Paris crowd has erupted. Oh, wait a minute. Ray and Dragon Lee. So this is it. Like, Chad is literally going to every lucha he can find and being like, my bad. Jay eating like 4 times and he's breathing hard. Facts. When do you we see Julia Kiana feud starting? It has begun, so we'll get like a match next Friday or the Friday after. Not really a major angle, a major storyline, but it is nice that we're going to get a change up here. I think Kiana James is an absolute star. I think Julia is a star as well, but she needs Julia's dilemma is just being able to like just grasp the crowd the way we kind of, the way Stephanie Vacour did. But she'll get there. I got no fear. I keep saying Julia's fine. Her and Kiana are going to have some good matches. I'm good with this. But it has begun. Well, we're going to get the match anytime now. If it's not this Friday, it'll probably be next Friday. We'll see. Jimmy. KJ, do you think LA Knight might join the bloodline? He hates them so much, it'd be crazy. How do you go from, screw your family to being a part of the family? And what would the advantage of it all be? Like, who, would Roman be battling Jacob again? Would Roman be taking on someone else and LA show up and help? I don't know. I don't see it, maybe. But it looks like we get Penta. This should be a lot of fun, folks, as we are heading towards 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And it looks like Penta coming out to take on Ray Ray and what should be a fun match. So, yeah, we got Chad going around making amends with every masked man he could figure out. Incoming banger. We've had a couple good matches tonight or today, so I would like to see this keep going. So up next, the poll is up. Get your votes in. We're going to a commercial break. But Rey Mysterio taking on Penta. Not expecting this booking, but I'm looking forward to it. Penta. What did Chad do before the mask? What was Ray speaking of? Oh, Cooper, I don't know what the context was. I don't know. I don't know. Penta for the win. Sato Mato, let's go. Still my favorite. I laugh at that. I'm ready for Penta strut to the time clock. Let's go. Let's get out of there, lady. Start the car. KJ was the last time we seen a mega heel turn. Some people would say John Cena, but that wasn't it. A mega heel turn. It's been a minute, right? I mean, I can put this one up to the chat. When was the last major holy fuck heel turn? Was it Penta? Not Penta. Was it John Cena? And I mean, we argued that didn't really land the way we wanted it to, or the way it could have. But what was the last, like, holy shit? Like, honestly, my brain goes to, like, Kevin Owens turning on Sammy, or Kevin Owens actually turning on Jericho, or shit. Let me know. Who's got some thoughts on that one? Zero Fatu was actually at the Performance Center today. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, that adds a little spice to the story. I would love Gable to become a Lucha ally, kind of an honorary Lucha. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, I mean, kind of in that realm a little bit here, Bernard. So, crowd is loud for Penta. Penta for the win. Men's IC title match. It will steal the show, just like earlier the women's IC title. Let's go. Zero Mayo. When you have an egg allergy, but you want a sandwich. Zero Mayo. Last real heel turn was, okay, yeah, that's a good one. Even though it didn't amount to enough, B-Hockey, and welcome back. Even though that didn't materialize the way they should have, they misbooked that desperately. Yeah, that was kind of a holy shit, did that just happen moment for sure. Got Penta for the win. Wait, they got Penta coming out first. This might mean something. Dun, dun, dun. I just think it means Ray's going to get a bigger pop. Y'all heard the World Cup song? It's trash. Well, it won. I feel like they always have like 2 or 3. Is it like Pitbull again? It's always like Pitbull or Flow Rider. The official theme, Game Time by Future and Tyler. All right. I have no idea. Can't say that I've heard it yet. Soul came out first in her match. Dun dun dun. Dale got a watchful eye. I like it, Dale. On it. Who do you think turns heel, Bailey or Bird Lady? Bailey makes the most sense. I think Bailey, when she's a heel, can be really good. As right now, I'm getting an OTC video package. Oh, OTC will be at Fanatics Fest. Buy tickets now. There you go. Needs to be a bait and switch here with Gable. I was thinking that. I was thinking that where, booking Penta and Ray kind of, okay, little surprising. Mutual respect. We can run this. And then you see like how apologetic Chad is. And in wrestling, if somebody feels too nice, too happy, too good, too comfortable, you usually get too shagged real quick. So I'm really with you. We could be wrong. But yeah, could Chad pop up here and that's Chad staking his claim to go after Penta? That works for me. Dominic Mysterio 2022 Classic Castle. That's a good one. Really? Though we were kind of calling for it, I still remember that moment being like, oh shit, they actually did it. Oh wow. They actually did it. Yeah, that was probably a good one. Yeah. Okay. But Chad's more over than he's probably ever been. Yeah, Cooper, you got a valid point to that. And I thought initially, and I mean, this scenario was kind of created my what if feelings, but I assumed that Chad would be, go on a bit of a babyface run. He can beat up some guys that, are decent heels that kind of help level him up, especially if you look at like the IC division. But right now, you do have a guy like Penta holding the belt. So maybe you think it's going to be easier to get people to boo Chad than it is to get him to boo Penta. I don't know. First 3 years of Dynamite is on Tubi. Since when? Tubi. A fucking Tubi. Oh my God. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. As here comes Alicia Taylor. It is currently 3:35 in the afternoon. How is everyone doing on a Monday? Again, be a friend, tell a friend. Don't forget, click those little reaction buttons. And don't forget to get your votes in, as it looks like right now almost 90% are voting for Penta in this one. I'll shut her down, but just under 94. A couple votes came in late. Like California over here, late votes. But yeah, there you go. What else were we talking about? I watch old ass black and white movies on Tubi. Watched Seven Samurai last night. There you go. There you go. I actually watch a good amount of Tubi, and Tubi is funny because when you put something on, like Tubi just keeps rolling, right? They don't ask you, like, are you still watching? They don't give a fuck. Please don't leave. So they just keep playing stuff. So what I kind of find fun sometimes is, on a given day, if Tubi's rolling through, it will play like a random movie, that you haven't seen or that you haven't seen in a while, and they got a lot of old fucking nonsense. So yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm going to go watch those. Finish the story, Gable. It'll be very interesting. But the crowd is loud. Someone is definitely causing a smooth finish. It's just a matter of whether you want to have a moment with Gable or just heat on Rusev, please no. Or Ethan. Ethan, I could see Ethan already cut a promo earlier, did the interview with Byron during the commercial, kind of saying that I'm not done with this. So is there something there? For sure. We get the handshake. We get the sign of respect from Penta. As again, he is in the ring in France in front of all these people with his hero. And Penta has been very expressive about how happy he is to have made it to WWE. And anyone out there that's ever tried to paint it otherwise for Penta are missing the point. And the biggest part of this is Penta's thrilled with how this is going. As Penta launches Ray up over, baseball slide, dodge, moonsault, here we go. You still got it. You still got it. Let's go. As we run to a commercial break, AEW has been discussing lately bringing back Keith Lee. Damien, I wonder how true this is. Again, my question, just on a human level, is how is Keith Lee? How is his health? Has this been health related? Has he been out because of that? And if so, where's it at? Then, if all that's good, how is he? Is he ready to get in the ring? What's his ring rust going to be like? Again, he's a bigger fella, so that's a lot of wear and tear, and he's high impact. I would love to see Keith Lee return. I hope that news is true, but I'm curious to see more updates on how he just is physically. Not only did he just kind of, some wrestlers are injured or they get released or something. We see them on social media. To me, Keith Lee has no presence, so you just hope he's doing all right. But we've had Ray lined up on the post. Penta goes for the chop, misses, claps the hand off the post. Holy shit, it's on Tubi. I'm definitely watching that. So yeah, again, I mean, I didn't see any news stories about it, unless that just came out this afternoon while I was talking to you guys. Boop. Just want to see if there's anything popping up about this. Yeah, I had no idea that they were going to do this. Did anyone else get pre-warned? Ray shirt. Good to see you in the chat, Jose. Jose's in the house. Let's go. What up, Jose? Tubi is free to watch. Yes, it is. Now you can go ad-free and pay a little fee to go ad-free. Most of us don't because that's crazy. But yeah, Tubi's ad-free. And like I said, if you put on something, it will just follow your algorithm and just keep shooting shit at you. Unreal. Great start to this match. Ray could wrestle forever. It would seem so. Even though he said he's done any minute now, this is kind of the range. About 2 years ago, Ray said he had 2 years. About a year ago, he said we have 1 year. Ray said he wasn't going to do this much longer physically and such. And as good as we see him in a moment like this, he's had a few major knee surgeries, neck surgery. He's put a beating on his body. So, and again, I think this is part of he's also becoming or has become the the GM of AAA and such. So, again, lots of things at play here. We've seen decades of Ray doing his thing. It's amazing he can do it the way he still does it. And he's good. He gets it. There's a lot of people out there that can learn from Rey Mysterio and how Rey Mysterio sells a match, especially as a smaller guy. But we are rolling. Penta's in control. Penta's probably thinking the shit couldn't have gone any better than it has. Like cha-ching. We're good. We're happy. This is crazy. I'm fighting. I'm taking, I'm wrestling in MSG. I'm traveling all the world to these giant sellout crowds. I'm not booking side indie shows for a hot dog and a handshake. I'm wrestling some of my, heroes. It's good shit. They're highlighting me. They're coming to my home country and learning about me as who I am, not just the guy in the mask. This has gone fucking phenomenal. Anybody that tries to convince me that there'd be any regret from Penta from leaving his former employer is out to lunch. PW Insider reporting that Zilla is at the Performance Center. So that's cool. Again, I said Zilla and WWE being connected, not breaking news. Zilla hanging out at the Performance Center, potentially big news. But Penta up and over, takes out Ray, both men down on the outside. Is Penta the most successful AEW wrestler to go to WWE? I would argue Cody Rhodes, if you count Cody, because Cody came from WWE originally. But yeah, Cody Rhodes, Jade's been pretty successful at this point. Penta's probably one of the most over guys that made the transition from AEW to WWE at this point. You're right up there, 100%. If I get to use Cody Rhodes, ignoring the fact that he was kind of a product of the WWE, I'd say he was probably number one success. But you got a fair argument that Penta's right up there. To be. Teacher versus student, love it. If I was Keith Lee, I'd get out of AEW. Facts. Jose, have you seen the Jacobs? They're fatus. MDB. He gets so excited when Jose shows up. Let's go. I love this match. Fun match. We've got good matches tonight. The Fatal 4-Way was solid, entertaining, good pace. Big tilt-a-whirl DDT. The IC women's title match had a couple clunky spots, but very solid, very fun. No big issue. LA Knight with a strong promo. The crowd's been live. A good Raw this afternoon for sure. Hashtag out to lunch. That movie is not what you think. I love the old movies on Tubi, especially The Walking Dead 1936 with Boris Karloff. Boris? Bears? I got you. I'm sick of Europeans coming in and crap on the NFL, but here is the U.S. We don't crap on theirs. What? Where did that come from? Oh, yes. The sliding sunset bomb from the ring to the floor. And we go back to a commercial. The crowd is still buzzing. For whatever it's worth, I ran into Zilla and his manager at a Backlash. He said there was a hang-up over his name. Okay. I mean, again, this is where Zilla's an interesting cat, right? They're like, listen, we don't want to call you Zilla. What are they going to call him? Smaller Samoa. I mean, what do you call him? So, yeah, I mean, if it's the name that's hanging up the deal, I'm sure they're going to get to a conclusion pretty quick, right? I can't imagine that detail being the one that hangs them up for too long. By the way, old episodes, yeah, I mean, people keep saying this. When did it happen? Could we see LA Knight versus Jey Uso at SummerSlam? We could. Again, I caution people because SummerSlam is a bit of ways away. So we do have to keep in mind Night of Champions. We got to be cognizant of Saturday Night Main Event coming up in Montreal. LA could take on Jey Uso on a Saturday Night Main Event for sure. Does that kind of fits, right? It feels like it. And if LA is building towards Roman Reigns, that would be a good place to start. Jose's the man. Jose's best. Everyone's saying it. Even Sports Illustrated's been saying it, my guy. That would be fantastic if Keith Lee returned, but how well is he? That becomes the thing. And I mean, we all know for anyone else out there that put a few decades behind us, like as you get older, it gets tougher. The longer he's out, it's tougher. It's not like we're hearing stories of Keith Lee's out there working indie shows and staying fresh and staying crisp. From reports, he dealt with some injury, he dealt with some health issue. And again, we don't know how much is true. Neither him or his wife or Tony or anyone has really said anything. Not that they're required to. It's none of our business if they don't want it to be our business. But as just like I said, on a personal level, on a human level, we hope he's okay. Now, if he is back to health and he's feeling good and he's ready to go, yeah, I mean, I feel like Keith Lee is one of the guys that just landed in the WWE at the exact wrong time. If he had been able to hold off and stay in NXT a little bit longer and join WWE kind of when Triple H was taking the reins, it might have got a whole different situation. Like Triple H loved Keith Lee and booked him as such. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate how it played out. Bearcat was stupid. We never got into him. Vince booked him like shit, and now he's gone. He goes to AEW, had some success. I mean, him and Keith Lee, him and Swerve, I'm sorry, were a good tag team. Minimal singles kind of success, but apparently when we did see him, there was times where we were concerned he looked a little sluggish or whatnot. And people said it was health. So again, I don't know what's true, what's not true. I just hope he's doing well. And that's all I can say, really. It would be awesome to see him back, right? Two count on the Keith Lee has the personality to be a great manager if he is unable to compete. He has to be better than Mox managing of facts. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, again, you talk about guys like Keith Lee, even if you're looking at Big E, right? Like Big E is a guy that, if Big E was to kind of head up a faction and just be ringside, because he physically can't do it, I think he's got so much personality that even he's a guy that you can hand a microphone to and do the talking as a heel or baby face to help get a younger talent over. As Penta's down 619, Penta, Ray, West Coast Pop 222. I see Twitter threads of Europeans shitting on NFL in the replies. Oh, random, my guy. Yeah, I mean, to each their own, bro. Fictional dinosaur Fatu. And I mean, I do believe, I will say that, there is a chance, potentially. I may have heard some North Americans at times kind of make fun of their football and vice versa. So I wouldn't take it so serious. Stay away from comment sections unless it's ours. Go fill out your comments in our comment section. Don't worry about Twitter responses. People are dumb. They all call him the son of Umaga. Maybe. You will be Umanga, the son of Umaga. Lil Maga. That might be a little too close. Well, I mean, not in this company, maybe not. Another 619. Is Ray going to do it? Is Ray going to win this? Penta gets the knees up. Drilla Fatu. Fila Zatu. Max, oh my God, he planted Ray. And it's over. Hell of a match. Hell of a match. Huge career highlight for Penta. Big W, clean, no bullshit. And the Mexican Destroyer that breaks my heart every time they say it. But Penta with the win. Call it the Penta Destroyer, and I'll forgive you. But to completely slap another nationality on the Canadian Destroyer, it's rude. It's rude. It'll make sense in kayfabe since Umaga lost against Agent Orange at that one WrestleMania. Okay, I pull it back together. All right. Great match. Fun match. Big sign of respect, love, and there's Ethan Page and Rusev. All right, so maybe tag match? We expected that Rusev and Ethan could get involved. They didn't get involved. A really good match to kind of put Penta over. You kind of want Penta to win this one with, Ray where he is. And now the heels walk in. Rusev's been more relevant over the last 3 weeks than he's been since he's returned. And Ethan Page has been a force since he signed with NXT. So right now they are laying waste. And there you go. The accolade. Oh, here comes Dragon Lee. Lee. The future of Lucha Libre. Is Dragon Lee still the future? I felt like we lost him in the past a little. But Dragon Lee firing, taking out Rusev and Ethan at the moment. But Ethan's got him by the face. Ethan hits Rusev. Dragon Lee rolls through. Big super kick. Ethan wobbled. And there goes Paige to the floor. Rusev comes back, eats a drop kick. How about Umaga, older manager, managed Vatu? It's going to be bothering me. Umaga. Estrada! There we go. I needed to look that up for a second to remind myself. But yeah. Armando Estrada. Yo, Rusev took the mask off Ray. What? Chad Gable. Chad Gable coming out. I do like Chad versus Ethan. Big German. Big German. And another. Chad Gable. We got all the run-ins on this one. Dragon Lee comes out, settles things down for a moment, but Chad now just a suplex machine. And the crowd goes wild. Ethan. Oh, slipped down, ankle lock. Ethan Page. Trying to rip it off. Ray's dead. They ripped Ray's mask completely off. Sacrilege. 3-0. Banger after banger. Big W for Penta. KJ, would you feel better if they called it the snow? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that out loud. I mean, shit. But yeah, that's jokes. Shit. Paige versus Rusev. Or Paige and Rusev, yes. So Chad's got the mask. But again, do we fully trust Chad? Crowd cheers Chad being the good guy right now. But Chad clears house as Dragon Lee and Penta cover up Ray, who's getting his mask put on. Rusev is pissed. And Chad Gable, I mean, somebody mentioned it in our chat. Chad is so over right now. I don't know if I wouldn't, I don't necessarily know that going and pushing him heel is the answer right now. Because I think the fans really want to cheer for him. And here we go. We're getting a video package for Raquel Rodriguez. So, again, they want you to know that she matters. They're making sure you know she's a threat. They want you to be aware. If you're not aware, Spanish Rachel is dangerous. So that's on my screen right now, folks. What else we got in this chat here tonight? There you go. Chad! Crazy pop. Absolutely. I want to see, I expected this will carry through to the American audience, but I want to see when they get back to U.S. soil, if that big response for Chad continues. Because if it continues, I do think the idea of kind of nudging him heel might not be the best choice. Plus, we saw him as kind of a silly heel for a while. I think this is a real good chance. I want Chad Gable to be serious. I want him to be dialed in, and I want him to be dangerous. I want his technique and what he can do in the ring to overcompensate for his size. That you see him and go, oh, that guy's just little, but he's that little guy that will, pull you down and snap your ankle in two. That's what I think Chad Gable needs to be right now. Super serious. Him coming out, a run between Chad and Ethan doesn't sound bad at all. But up next, just saying tonight, not even up next yet. What is up next, folks? As we are heading towards the 4:00 hour here. I did Chad is super over. Yeah, there you go, Cooper. So again, I understand sometimes in wrestling, the crowd's like, oh, we really love this guy. Woohoo. And they get behind him, they start cheering, and then he does something dastardly, and it makes that heel turn work. But I don't know if this is the moment for that. We saw Chad be a heel. Then we saw him be the lucha side of things, which ended up making him a lucha heel. I think this is that moment where, but I still, there's like this level of, even when he gave that mask back, is like, I don't know. I don't know. The Lucha Guardian. I love it. As right now on Netflix, I am getting the Lucha Strut Cam. Is everyone else getting the Lucha, like the Strut Cam? Anyone out there worried about how over Oba is? We're getting the Strut Cam. I like how they are treating the Lucha mask like a ring. So much power. It matters, and again, it matters. We know it matters. Even if Ray is near the end of his career, again, it kind of reminds us, oh shit, you don't want to take that mask off. I mean, that's what the whole Grande situation was built on. But is Ray close to that point where he puts his mask on the line and says goodbye, in at least the in-ring capacity? Do you think who do you think is coming to SmackDown or to Raw, Alan? I might need you to break it down a little better for me. Chad went full lucha, you'll never go full lucha. As now we go to a highlight from Rhea Ripley with Stephanie McMahon. Is that Steph's sister that hosts with her? Is this just like weird? Like this lady just hangs out in the room? Chad, push this man if he can keep the same reaction in the States. That's what I think is going to be the big tell, Bernard. If they go back to the States and he comes out and the crowd's losing it, you got to run it. But if he's getting lukewarm, like they're kind of like, not as strong as the international audience, not as strong as the Mexican audience, then maybe you do consider like, we can get away with this. The name Chad makes me chuckle. It has to, right? Are we still naming babies Chad in 2026? I don't know how many Chads are being named, but it is one of the funny ones. This guy's such a Chad. Not like Ray hasn't lost his mask before. Well, I mean, historically, Ray losing his mask didn't go well. So, yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's happened. We all know kind of what he looks like under there. But yeah, it's funny to think, but that was a mistake. The original time when they took Ray's mask off was dumb as shit. Simon, Chad Gable, Ethan Page, yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, Chad Gable, Ethan Page, Rusev, Dragon Lee, technically someone like a Javon Evans, probably. You have all these guys, floating around the IC title, right? You could do a triple threat, Chad, Ethan Page, and Penta. I'm sure it'd be a great one. So now we are getting a run back of the European tour, a little video package of how that's been going. There you go. Great minds. Looking at WWE PLE calendar, WWE needs to inject an extreme PLE in their schedule, and getting tired of the current PLE schedule. New and returning PLEs would fix WWE and freshen things up. Well, they introduced WrestlePalooza last year, didn't go very well. I don't mind the idea of like maybe that spot, like this year it was last year it was WrestlePalooza. This year in December usually goes quiet, right? Like we generally don't get a WWE pay-per-view unless it's NXT or Saturday Night Main Event in December. And even if we did, it's usually early. So maybe there's an opportunity somewhere along the calendar that, okay, WrestlePalooza, fine. But, as we're getting a video package for EO, maybe you bring back a couple of the old shows just for shits and giggles, and you don't have to do them on the regular. You just have a couple spots on your calendar that can rotate shows in and out. Will they go back to more extreme stuff? I highly doubt it. I really do. I can't imagine them doing like a Extremes Rule, PLE. I don't know. And again, I think they're more geared towards, if there's a reason to have a Hell in a Cell, you have it. You don't have an entire pay-per-view built around it and force one to happen. Lucha heel. Strunt cam. Strut, not strunt. Kicked me in the strunt. Next Monday Raw is in Baltimore, Maryland. I might try to go to that. Cooper, go. Bring a sign with our names on it. We'll send you a shirt. Strut Cam. Jason, what's up, KJ? Want to ask you a question, but why don't AEW follow NXT format where they sign wrestlers and get a new gimmick and name change? It's the same old boring thing we saw already. So I think, Jason, truthfully, I believe this is by design, and people can decide if they agree or disagree. As Roman Reigns will be here next Monday, 8 p.m. We're back to an 8 p.m. show for a week. And the semifinals, Oba against Dirty Dom. I'll get back to you, Jason. So next Monday shaping up, Roman Reigns, Oba versus Dom, sorry. Good luck, Dom, says Corey. He's right. And Liv's in the back with JD, Roxanne. I think they do this by design. And the thing is with AEW, to their credit or to Tony's credit, they've decided they don't necessarily need to capitalize on the wrestlers themselves. So that was part of their policy. That you will not be in a company that comes in and changes your gimmick, changes your name for the rights purposes. We don't want to keep your rights. Your likeness rights are yours. You can make your own shirts. You can make your own merch. You can go wrestle elsewhere. That was this very open door policy by design. That's great in a lot of ways, 100%. But that is essentially why. Now, could they be more like NXT and they have Ring of Honor where they could be doing it a lot better, but, where you kind of onboard people and get them, kind of build them up there, make, Ring of Honor or some developmental show a little more, kind of must see, but like an hour once a week that doesn't really, where we get to see new and upcoming talent that you're preparing, you're training, you're working with. And that to me would be a bigger advantage. But ultimately, it was like a part of what AEW wanted to do to separate themselves from big bad corporate WWE. What was that man doing? What man? Mr. Cooper. Here comes Seth Rollins. So this will be the main event. So we probably got about 20 minutes left of this show here tonight. I will put a poll up as we are getting your men's quarterfinal, a stacked fatal four-way for the next spot in the semifinals. We know Oba's going to take on Dom. Seth, Javon. It's an interesting match for sure. Ricky Saints is in this. We saw it earlier where Chelsea Green almost stole the win. Could a guy like Ricky find a way into it? Does Tala Tonga find a way to get a W? I mean, with such a big imposing force in Tala, is there a way that, how do you neutralize him so that he doesn't win? Seth Rollins, the heavy, heavy, heavy favorite. Javon's a rookie, could surprise us. Like I said, Ricky's just got here, new in the door, could surprise us. Tala Tonga's a younger guy, kind of a faction guy. Don't really expect him to get a singles push. So him winning would surprise us. Seth Rollins, clearly an overwhelming favorite here. Me. It's me. When do you see Blake Monroe? This is funny because I love seeing everyone like just freaking out about Blake Monroe. At one point they were like, she's garbage, blah, 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 da, da, da. Now they're demanding to see her. She will return when they get back to the States. So I would expect her like this Friday, maybe the next Friday. They can't go much longer. The Veer Mahan comparable is killing me, Smalls. But they've been milking it. They've definitely been milking it. So stay tuned. Friday. We'll see Friday. I need a Nick Strut on Wednesday full time. Let's go, Travis. We'll see. Ric Flair had a walk. Undertaker had a walk. Stone Cold Steve Austin had a walk. Oba Femi has a walk. The walk matters. It's even like Penta. That Penta Strut's over. It matters. The Sokoa-like Tala Tonga. Vince had to walk. Vince had to walk. Like, I mean, the McMahon strut was infamous. We talked about that all the time. A lot of the guys had a walk, a way about them. Michael Michaels. I think I know what Ray was talking about now. Chad used to rip the lucha mask off before we put the mask on, but could be wrong. Oh, fair enough, right? I mean, again, I think it looked back to, again, I might have missed it, but, you know, the history of Chad Gable really disrespecting the luchas. That's how the whole Grande thing started. So, yeah. Here comes Ricky Saints. Who's going to win? Who takes the W? Who advances in the 2026 King of the Ring? I guess not King and Queen at this moment. What the fuck? So we head back to the action coming out of commercial, getting an advertisement for SummerSlam 2-night event. Tickets about to go on sale if they haven't already. The tickets are on sale now. So the winner of this is going to face the winner of Friday's match, which includes Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce, and Finn Balor. So does LA Knight advance and take on Seth? Does Jey Uso advance and take on Seth? To me, that's interesting. Seth versus Jey Uso. Royce Keys is in the mix. Finn Balor, they're making a big deal. Though I don't like, could it be interesting? Brock costs Oba, so Dom gets to the finals, and Finn wins the Fatal 4-Way. Finn upsets Seth with some help from Braun Breaker, and it becomes Seth and Dom for the King of the Ring final. That's one way to play it out. LA Knight seems hell-bent on making it happen. So LA Knight against Seth in the next round. LA Knight versus Ricky Saints. How does that play out? What does that look like? Right now, it just feels like it's going to be Oba's W to have, right? All good questions. No chance. That's what you've got. I'm still here, folks. As we got the young OG making his presence felt, coming out with all that energy. Let's go. Yum yums for EO. I'm way behind. AEW doesn't make stars. That is part of why, like, I mean, that is the argument is they take them as is because what are they going to do? Sit down and now you're Peter Smith and this is your new gimmick. I think part of that takes away from what they're trying to accomplish. But yeah, I mean, your likeness rights are yours until I send you to, facts. They're your rights until I want to keep you here and not let you use your rights anywhere else. Right? I mean, again, that's the funniest thing. I know a lot of people we've been talking about, like a lot of people talking about Saudi, a lot of people talking about, what's happening with, Mick Foley, leaving WWE for political reasons. I do find this very funny, and I will remind everyone I am Canadian. So it's funny when I see like Mick Foley doesn't want to work with the WWE because their relationship to Trump. Also, the big money that's backing AEW also contributed to the same person. The same ideas about when, we talk about business dealings with overseas. Again, there seems to be some level of some type of hypocrisy here. Maybe it's less in your face with with AEW, but again, I find it very interesting that people find the need to look over some of that. Roxanne wearing the leopard. Yeah, hello. Main event time. We are rolling, folks. Seth Ronan. Who's winning? Who do you got? Seth 65%. Javon 29. Ricky 0. Tola got more votes than Ricky Saints. As Tola Tonga laying waste. Seth for the win. I think Seth is a heavy favorite. Parisians, it's time for the main event. Vereshka, Vereshka. This match is about to get bouncy. It might. Waka flocka. How to walk. There you go, of course, right? Taller Tonga. Who takes the pin? Could be anyone. I mean, realistically here. I mean, could it be a Javon? Ricky might take it. Depending. Taller Tonga, I wouldn't pin him. It was Eric Bischoff and Kevin Knight. Bright idea for Ray. Yeah, it was. It really was. And a dumb idea, Hades. Fucking a dumb idea. Bouncy. Mick Trolley. Again, I don't mind you making decisions and you do what's right by you. But again, you can't go. I always talk about it on this channel, the selective outrage of like, I can't stand for this, but I can tolerate this. Well, wait a minute. You either are, consistent across, you're authentic across the board, or money is money. And shut the fuck up. Right? Let's be fair. D'Lo Brown had a walk. D'Lo Brown had a walk that included D'Lo Brown's head, shoulders, knees, and toes. He had a walk and then some. AEW Dynamite running July 5th, MGM Music Hall at Fenway. All right. Should be good. Another Boston show. Well, he's taller Tonga, the taller Tonga. He's supposed to get more votes. I guess. Ooh, as Ricky holds Javon and Tala claps the chest. Ricky's trying to play nice with Tala, like, let's work together, big guy. Zach Cowan had a walk. That was a limp. Just realized Seth and Javon will be in the ring together. Is it unless they were both in the Rumble at the same time? I don't think so. Sunday, June 28th at 7 p.m. Great American Bash. So yes, for anybody listening right now, June 28th. Started out as Nick and I and possibly Anthony would be here for June 28th. We were going to be here for Slammiversary. Then they added Forbidden Door. And fans pointed out that was a little hypocritical as far as counterbooking. Slammiversary moved to an earlier start time. And then last week, Great American Bash announced they're going to go live at 7 p.m. So we are going to be here at 3 o'clock, I believe, on that day. We're going to have a triple threat marathon. Probably all three of us are going to be here. It's going to be a crazy show. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But we have the Great American Bash, we have Forbidden Door, and we have Slammiversary. So that is arguably TNA's 1A, 1B show, 1B maybe. One of their absolute biggest shows of the year. Crazy shit always goes down at Slammiversary. And to be honest, TNA is in a place right now, they need a big fucking pay-per-view. They need something to pop for them big. NXT Great American Bash should be a hell of a show. It'll be very interesting right now because they are going through that influx. So in the next couple of weeks, can you get some of these rivalries built up that we're excited to see it? We're probably going to get something like Mason Rook for the first time on a pay-per-view. Can he deliver at a high level? What does Evil look like? Tony D, what does that situation play out to be? And then, of course, Forbidden Door. How's that going to play out? Thekla's already declared war on Stardom. What are the other moving parts? Nick had a really cool theory, though I don't think it's going to play out. The idea that, MJF could get his hands on Andrade and get that belt at Forbidden Door, which would be super cool. So, yeah, we're going to be here all night long. We start at 3. We probably won't be off till around 2 in the morning. So, yeah, it's going to be a 10, 11-hour stream, and we're looking forward to it. The ironic part is on Saturday, we're here for Night of Champions during the day. We'll be here about 11 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. So lots of wrestling coming your way, guys. Interesting Dynamite old episode running on Fox and Tubi. That is crazy. Danhausen will be at the Knicks game tonight. Okay. He popped up on the screen during the Vegas-Carolina NHL game last night. That was crazy. Until TNA is over that night. Bradley, I don't. All right, help me out. Mega stream on Friday. Let's go. All the streams. Saturday. There you go. Either way. Sunday, June 28th. I think the New York. A lot of people are talking about the Knicks sweeping. They look super strong and ready to go. So we'll see what happens. I just feel bad for TNA. We really got to show up and show out for TNA. That's their night. Yeah, I mean, we cover TNA. We covered it for a long time. We eased off because, again, they were tape shows and tape shows doing live reaction. A little counterintuitive at times. That's why we're here live right now. As Seth off the ropes. Tope bouncing off Tala. Tala staying on his feet. Ricky coming up behind Tala. Tala eats a pole. But yeah, I feel bad. I mean, I need, like, the fans really should show up. The problem for me a little bit is, and I'm not sure how Nick and Anthony feel on this because I haven't really had a chance to bounce it off them. But to me, TNA's got to pick it up. They've talked about we want to be number 2. Well, in order to be number 2, you got to pull your socks up in battle and you got to provide. And I think right now there's still more intrigue and interest in AEW overall than there is in TNA. Now, I felt like TNA was a much closer. They have a TV deal now. Their creatives got to dial in. Their product on their TV shows have to dial in. And I would encourage them to do more live shows. We see it on the channel. There's an uptick in views when they're live. Either way, mega stream. Yes, very much so. That's when it will be you and Nick after TNA is over. Facts. Got you. TNA needs to just. I'm not positive though, Bradley. Hold on tight. We'll find out. Needs to just give Tessa B the belt already. It's time. I'm very surprised they haven't. If you're going to make the argument that you've forgiven her past and that's why you're going to employ her, then you can't be afraid to put her the title on her for the same reasons. Big clothesline on Ricky. Seth on fire. Down goes Ricky again. Setting up the big knee. Ricky spins in, caught. Falcon Arrow. Seth rolls out. The crowd goes nuts. Oh, the Spurs get swept. June 27th, Night of Champion on Saturday at 1 p.m. Yeah, I think we're going live early. Noon, 11 a.m. Stay tuned. Click the bell. 2 count by Javon. Great match. Who does number 2 work for? Who does number 2 work for? Javon getting fired up. To TNA's Snooze Fest. Yeah, we covered it. We stopped covering it. We started covering it when they went to TNA, moved over to Impact. TNA moved over to AMC, and we had high hopes. We have high hopes. And again, if TNA can put on a show that challenges Dynamite to do better, and Dynamite can put on shows that challenge WWE to be better, the fans benefit. But if TNA is putting us to sleep, and AEW is still same old AEW, and WWE is still same old WWE, then, shit. Oh, we got a couple reversals. Going for the buckle bomb, and then we get a Hurricane Rana. Seth into the turnbuckle. I think TNA has been great lately. There you go. Cooper's got a counter argument. Steve Macklin returns New Jersey July 16th. Okay. Forbidden Door and Great American Bash is the only show I'm watching and don't care for TNA. Well, we recommend you watch us during all the shows, Roll Tide. You might not like TNA, but we'll let you know what's good, bad, and in between for sure. Ricky gets a 2. We had the replay. I will admit, right now, I'm more excited for TNA Slammiversary because I know what they're going to do. And generally, they don't miss on these ones. I'm not that excited about Forbidden Door just because I don't know how this is going to shape up and who's going to be involved. And I'm not exactly like, oh, I can't wait for AEW guy. Oh, Javon just threw himself out of the ring, throws a kick on Ricky, though, and here he goes making up. Javon just jumped straight out of the ring. Oops. Spanish Fly. Seth in. Pedigree. What happened to Tala? Come here! There's Tala! Tala's back. In my opinion, TNA has to be live, not taped, and just start at 8. in order to have a chance. The 9 o'clock experiment is an issue. And Sean, I would agree with that for a lot of fans. Going 9 to 11 is a big difference than 8 to 10. Oh, Ricky Saints throws Rollins over. Saints has Javon. So you're not wrong. And live is important. Live matters. Ask Collision. If Collision was live every Saturday, A, we would be here more often. And B, I think fans would tune in because live comes with a level of unknowing. Javon flies, takes out everybody. The crowd goes wild. Slippage. One thing about TNA is the storylines have always been great. They're big in their stories. I agree that they have always been able to tell stories. When all this was kind of going down with AMC, I said, AEW's got to pay attention because TNA is going to outstory them. I don't know that I've been super into some of the stories lately. At this point, Anthony doesn't deserve. One day we'll have to find a way, like a wager or something. Like, I don't know. But we got to find we'll wager it, or maybe we'll do like a live stream and make them watch it live with us. I have no interest in Forbidden Door. It's always been okay. I think there's been a couple good ones. I mean, I thought the one in Toronto was pretty solid. But again, I think in the past it's interfered with builds. Javon kicks Tala. Tala takes Javon's head off. Tala goes for the pin. 2. Seth breaks it up. It's too good for him. TNA doesn't even get juicy enough to warrant such a late slot. That's the other part. I know Nick and I had talked about this leading into being on AMC, and if you're going at 9 o'clock on AMC, does this mean it's going to be a little more intense, a little more hardcore, a little more juicy, if you will? And it hasn't been the case. Out to the floor goes Seth. We outside. Flying Evans, flying bouncy. Bouncy. As Tala clears off the table. Nick doesn't like the storyline between Lee and Zaya Brookside. Okay. Didn't Zaya Lee just fight the Mr. Elegance? How did that go? As Tala catches Evans. Evans bounced off the table. And Tala gets stomped on the table. Yes, some have been iffy, but I meant like how they tell the stories. It's been the best around. The promos and the video packages. Fair enough. And again, it's nothing but love for TNA here on this channel. I would argue that this channel has supported TNA more than most have, including some of the streamers that decided to try and cover TNA but couldn't even tell you the names of who was in the ring. But another stomp. There's Seth going to get it. There you go. Austin Theory. Hey, Big Nick. It's Austin Theory. Austin Theory yanks the ref's foot. Montez takes out Theory. So Montez and Theory fighting off. Damn you, Theory! Braun breaker, splits him in half. Seth Rollins has been decimated. The Vision continues to be a problem. Javon runs by Ricky. Mega cutter. And Javon Evans. The Vision screws Rollins, who had it in the bag. And Javon Evans, out of left field, gets the steal for the win. Javon Evans is going to move on. He will take on the winner of the next bracket, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce, and Finn Balor. Who will Javon take on next round? What a match. What a fun match. and the story continues. And for all those who said, oh, the vision, listen, the vision is a great idea. The vision is strong. The vision has been cursed. They need some juju. They need a cleansing. But the injuries have caused this vision storyline to be what it is. But the people involved in it have carried it. And Austin Theory and Braun Breaker, your tag team champions, screw Seth Rollins again. I thought that was Moxley jokes. Amazing. Imagine. Seth thought shit was sweet. Now Ricky almost had it, but Javon Evans runs by and hits the cutter. And let's go. Thank you, Hunter. Michaels is happy. Let's go. Ricky's going to win. I thought Javon steals it. I picked Javon. I predicted and voted Javon. Let's go. 3-1. The young OG Javon Evans advances in the King of the Ring tournament. Sweet. What a match. Tonight is 10 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going off the air. You guys can give me a rating out of 10. Every show that we cover, we ask the fans what they think. We want to know what you out there feel about the show. What do you give this one out of 10? What did you like? What didn't you like? I'll click through some, and then we'll head off and enjoy a quiet Monday night. But let me know. Surprising. That's what I like. That's why they're getting points. That's what I commend them on. It was surprising. They found a reasonable way to get Tala Tonga out of the way. They found a reasonable way to screw Seth out of the obvious win, where people say, like, Seth was the predictable winner here. And not the case. Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, Cause, Seth, Javon steals the W. Ricky was right there, could almost taste it, but it is Javon's moment, and I'm good with it. I expected the vision costing Seth, but not this early. Yeah, no, I kind of thought maybe it was a possibility. You look at these brackets, and somebody is going to get screwed by somebody. So kind of waiting for something to happen. Again, it felt like Seth was the easy answer, and it looked like that's what we were going to get. And last minute, surprise, Austin Theory continues to be a menace in 2026. 8 out of 10. I'm surprised Evans advanced. I am too. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. KJ, you going to barbecue? No, maybe. Not today. Today, you just check it out. I'll see what I'm up to. But maybe tomorrow. Can't really pick this show apart. 8 out of 10 strong. I'm with you, Bernard. There's not a lot to pick out. I mean, I'm sure there was a couple things that we could tweak on or make a little better. Overall, to me, a very strong show, highly entertaining. What I thought was super impressive was, did we get a bad match tonight? Realistically, if you're watching me right now, and if you do, I want to know. I'm not going to be mad about it. I don't think any of the in-ring matches were bad tonight. Ray and Penta was good. The story played out well. The main event was really good. The women's fatal four-way was really good. The IC title was really good. Did we get a bad match tonight? 7.5 out of 10 from Nair. Jose is just making Jason laugh. 8 out of 10. I'm going there. 8 out of 10. I think 8 is good. Liv was on the show. 9. Reader gives a bonus for Liv. I don't blame him. Plus, she got a win, considering how bad she's booked, according to the internet. What's the current update bracket on the men's King of the Ring? So, like I said, Oba is going to take on Dom Dom. Javon moves into the semifinals on the other side, and he will take on the winner of either Jay, LA Knight, Royce Keys, or Finn Balor. Those are going to happen. Semifinals will be June 15th, next Monday, and the finals are at Night of Champions. For the women, Liv advances. She'll take on the winner of Soul, Lyra, who we saw tonight, Charlotte, and Jade. It'll be very interesting because Charlotte and Jade could cancel each other out, and we were left with Lyra and Soul to win that one. Io has advanced, and Raquel has advanced. So next, June 15th, next Raw is going to be pretty good because we're getting 4 semifinal matches for King of the Ring. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, that's your update. That's your update, folks. That's where we're at with King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. So exciting times in that realm. 7.75 out of 10 knee pads. I like it. 8.5 out of 10. I like that. I'm good with that. 10 out of 10 says John C. Might be a little too high, but we're good. 7.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. NXT tomorrow night. We will be here live. Raw is a 10 out of 10. I really thought Seth going to win. Congratulations, Javon Evans. It's about time something different. And Penta vs. Ray was crazy, and Dirty Dom will be destroyed by Oba. Yeah? Check. 8 out of 10. I want Rollins versus Reigns. Now we get Seth costing Braun his match. Exactly. Tit for tat, eye for eye. That's kind of how these stories play out. And it's simple when you keep it simple, right? Keep it simple, stupid. So Braun lines up, and Braun wants to, and actually Braun, what Braun match though? But either way, Seth's going after Braun. Seth's going to want revenge. Seth and the Vision aren't going anywhere, and I got no problem with Seth and the Vision continuing to be a problem. The interesting thing, we saw Montez tonight. We did not see Dawkins. Very interesting. Like, are we setting up Montez and Seth versus the tag champs? And then does Dawkins get mad? I don't think we did. Maybe the Soul a little bit, not really. I thought it was a really good match. It had some clunky, paint by numbers kind of vibe to it. Left foot, red. Right arm, blue. Like, you're trying to figure out what the fuck we were doing. A couple clunky spots, but overall, I thought it was a good match. I'm kind of a little disappointed. I wanted Rollins versus Reigns at SummerSlam. Again, I don't know that we can't get there. And I didn't expect SummerSlam, Damian. Seth keeps talking about Roman. So hold on tight. I understand. But it doesn't mean that we can't get surprised here. And like I said, what if Cody loses to Gunther, Oba wins King of the Ring and goes after Gunther, Seth can still go after Roman. But Seth can't go after Roman as long as the Vision is up his ass, politely. 8 out of 10. I'm going to say 8 out of 10. I'm catching the end of the show right now. Fair enough. Well, that stunk. Oh, Cherokee. Not feeling it. Less than 4 days away from FIFA World Cup. Let's go. Are we getting Oba versus Royce at Night of Champions? Potentially. I don't think, that's a tough one for me right now, Nair, because I don't know that I want Royce. Both guys, unless there's an angle and a heated kind of rivalry here between these guys, it's a tough one for me. I kind of want both guys to continue to look strong. KC Chiefs are re-signed CBL. Schneed. Seth may have had enough. Definitely had enough of the Vision. They keep fucking with him. Let's go. See you later, buddy. Who wins the men, if not Oba, if he's fighting Brock at SummerSlam? It's a very valuable question. And part of me wonders, you're making a big deal about Finn. Can he find a way down the bracket? Can Jey Uso kind of work his way down? I don't know. I almost wonder if there's a world, and I said this, and people aren't going to like this take, but does Brock cost Oba next week? And then Oba doesn't even make the finals. It's Dom versus Javon, per se. Seth versus Braun, Hell in a Cell. At some point, it's going to get there. It's going to get to something like that. 10 out of 10 from our woman, Sol Ruka. Dale, I like it. Javon will not win. 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, he might be in trouble against whoever he's up against. NXT tomorrow night, number 1 contender match for the future NXT title match. Let's go. 7.5 out of 10. Twisters. Theory. Twerp. Leave Theory alone. He's doing fine. He's got this shit. Chiefs sign another player. Let's go. That will be arrested. Oof. All right. On this wonderful note, I'll see you at Dynamite. See you then, sir. Come back for NXT. What if not Brock at SummerSlam? It's somewhere else versus Oba versus Roman at SummerSlam. There's possibilities. One of Nick's possibilities was that You find a way to work into Gunther gets the title and he lures Brock into a match. So, Brock and Oba maybe meet at like Night of Champions, or no, it wouldn't be then. So maybe it's Saturday Night Main Event, and then Brock fights Gunther at SummerSlam, possibly. We'll see. We got time to figure this out. Lots of things happening and a lot of question marks. So that's generally good for the wrestling fan. If we leave kind of tonight, today when you get off, we get off and say goodbye, and you get to go grab a snack and stretch your legs, it'll have you thinking, like, what are they going to do? Because again, I thought Seth was going to be a slam dunk here. He wasn't. So it's good on them. I got to give them credit. That's why tonight is an 8. French mumbo, merci buckets. Yeah, merci buckets to all. I appreciate this comment. I was going to end on it. I see more coming in, but we'll see ya. Wrestling for Life Network over everybody. Folks, it's humbly true. We watch it at a different level. We watch it with a different attitude. We're a lot more fun than most. But that being said, I appreciate everyone for hanging out today. And don't forget, we are back 7:45 tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe. You can check out all our stuff below. Don't forget, you can watch our replays anytime. We're also on Spotify. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're everywhere. X, I know, whatever. But 7:45 tomorrow, and Wednesday also 7:45 for Dynamite. Other than that, be a friend, tell a friend, click all the links, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows. And thank you for joining me here on this beautiful afternoon. Have a wonderful night. On behalf of Ringsider Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am Every Night KJ White. Have a good night. See you on the flip side. It's time for some yum yum. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.